Konnichiwa, everybody. Hello, hello. Surprise. Happy Thursday evening, chat. Ooh. I got most of my work done early today, so I was like, you know what? I want to stream. I want to see everyone again, so that's why I'm here. Yeah. Ghastly, hello, Quady. Give her up the membership and item finder deluxe. Oh, Quady. Yeah. Withdraw a lot. I missed everybody. It's been a while. My schedule is so hectic. It's been rough. It's been rough, chat. It's 6 p.m. here. Nice. It is 8 p.m. here. It's a random guerilla zatsu. Yeah. What? Chat, I am anxious. I'm kind of jealous of the boys. I'm actually a lot of jealous. I'm not just a little bit jealous. I'm like a lot of jealous of the boys. Like, Betel, Flayon, and Haka, all of them had their birthdays before their 3D streams. So they're done. They were like done with them. They're like, I'm just gonna focus on my 3D streams now, right? I have both coming up, and my birthday's afterwards. So it's like, wait. Jan Dazes, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. We get some more hearts in chat. Yeah. Paradoli, welcome back. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Great. It's the stress. Okay, so I think a lot of people will understand this, but I'm the type of person who, if I have things coming up, it's very, like, it depends on what the time is, right? But if I have things coming up, I need a buffer time. You know, that's the thing. I need buffer time. So, like, if I have an event that takes place at, like, 1 p.m., the entire morning is gone. I can't. Like, I had to, like, be, like, mentally preparing myself in the morning, right? Like, if something happens at 3, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm good until noon. And then from noon, I just sit there and then I have anxiety for, like, the next 3 hours until the event happens. Okay? So, like, if something happens at 6... you know, maybe like 2 p.m. or so, I'll start to have like stress. But like, I can't just do things and then be like, oh look, it's 6 p.m. time to go do that other thing. Like, I can't do that. So thank you for the 9 months. Oh, greedy. Good luck with the 3D and have fun with it. I'm gonna try. It feels so weird. I wonder what Bell must be feeling like, honestly, because he had his so much earlier. He had his so much earlier. It's been like a week and a half now for him, you know? So it's kind of like, man, like, he's just chilling. He's just vibing, you know? Before his 3D, he was terrified. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I can imagine, but like, you know, my stuff is gonna be a bit different from his, so... like, we've got our own stresses for each of our own showcases. Ginger Snaps, thank you for the 11 months. Oh, greedy. Procrastination Queen, welcome back. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Yeah. I was eager for all the bits that you can do with arm tracking. Oh, I'm so excited. Lucy, thank you for the 16 months. Oh, greedy. Congrats on your 3D. Can't wait for your 3D streak. Good luck. Thank you. Where? He's having fun with it. They don't let us use the 3D model until after the showcase. So I'm just sitting here. I'm like pouting in my little chair, staring at the boys having fun. I saw Flayon doing his little stream earlier, and like all the screenshots that he was sharing of his of himself, just like doing all these poses and everything. I'm like, man, I want that. I want to do that. Abby, thank you for the 8 months. Oh, greedy. So I'm just sitting here. I'm like, man, I want that too. Why Panda? Thank you for the 60 months. Oh, greedy. Except for 3D, been waiting since you said you wanted to be on stage. Yeah. I can't say anything about it because I would be spoiling my own thing, and that would be kind of kind of a silly... I'd be a silly goose. Give a pink pouty meme, right? The Squidward meme when he's looking outside the window seeing SpongeBob and Patrick running around having fun. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm sitting here, I'm like, man. Hell yeah, hello. Thank you so much for the 1 month of Quitty. White rice, thank you for the 11. Surprise time slot Zatsu, yeah. Surprise. There shouldn't be this time. It's been rough, chat. It's been rough. I cannot wait for everything to settle down. But then, like, I say that. And then I realize, like, it's not gonna settle down. It's just gonna keep getting more intense with more things happening all over. Chat, did you guys see earlier that Hololive Production is now celebrating its 8th year? 8 years. 8 years, chat. That's insane. That boggles my mind. 8 years. Oh my god. I've never even had a relationship last 8 years. 8th birthday of Cover Corporation. Yeah, let's go. 8 years of Holo Pro. 8 years to infinity. Man. As old as a big toddler. Are they still toddlers at 8 years old? I would feel that, like, at 8, they become children. Like, in my mind, toddler implies, like, still stumbling around and being unable to, like, form sentences. In my mind, at 8 is when they start getting, like, they start repeating words that are not good. Like, they'll hear someone be like, ah, shit, right? And then they'll go around and be like, shit. I'm like, Billy, where did you learn that word? Like, in my mind, that's around where 8 years is, you know? Like, who taught you that word? You're like, that's... In my mind, like, that's what I have. My, like, classification of, like, tiny humans is really off. Like, I don't have a good prime crunch age. Like, I don't remember things from that time, and I don't have a good classification. Like, I can understand, like, 14 to 18, because that's, like, high school age, right? That's, like, when people start developing personalities, and, like, back in my day, it was, like, what? Scene kids? Scene kids, emo kids, goth kids, nerds, jocks. Like, it's basically like the Disney Channel, you know? Like, everyone wanted to, like, copy the Disney Channel. And, like, people just kind of, like, settle down into that, right? But before 14, I don't know. They're just, like, small humans to me. Y'all there, hello. Thank you for the 6 months. Okoidi. What kid are you? I was the quiet kid. Kids don't have personality before 14. No, I'm sure they do. But, like, I don't interact with children at all. Like, I just don't. I don't know. Like, I've never had a situation in my life where, like, or like in my recent life, I guess, once I hit, like, 25, I think. Like, once I stopped teaching and went to become a rodent on my own, like, I just stopped. Like, the last interaction I had was, like, a decade. Oh my god, it's been like a decade. Yeah, it's been like a decade. Yeah, it was a decade ago, and I only interacted with seniors in high school. So, like, that's like the last interaction I had with, like, children. Benko-kun, hello. Thank you so much for the super. Surprise, Hatsu. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Walk away and don't look back. Honestly, yeah. I don't know. I've had weird, like, I don't keep in touch with people from high school. I mean, I guess it doesn't help that I don't really use social media as social media, if that makes sense. Like, I know my friends have, like, Facebooks, and they, like, kept in touch. They're like, oh, if you're, like, in high school, because, like, around high school, senior year, junior year, was when, like, we got access to Facebook, I think. That was, like, when, like, back when Facebook was still a college thing, right? And like you had to know a college student who was like part of the Facebook circle in order to get the invite. Around senior year, I remember, is when it like opened up to the public. So a whole bunch of people made Facebook accounts then. And I know a few high school friends, or I guess I would say I knew about a decade ago. I knew some of my high school friends who would still keep in touch with each other through Facebook. But I didn't really end up using it that much until maybe like college, like midway through college. So I've lost touch with all of my high school friends. I don't even, like, I remember some of their names. But beyond that, I don't know any other details. Like, I don't have a Facebook account anymore. So I can't, like, just go up there and be, like, searching for people's names and stuff. First, last use has Facebook during high school. Yeah. I don't know, like, I just don't keep in touch with people like that. And then all the people that I knew in college, once we all graduated, we just kind of went our own separate ways. Like, they went and got their own jobs and stuff. MySpace. The thing with the thing is, like, MySpace, Zanga, and like WordPress blogs, all those, like, I'm sure they still exist, but they don't have algorithms, you know? And because they don't have algorithms, it's really difficult unless I know specifically what they do. I can't search for them, you know? I can't, like, search for, I don't know, like, John Smith, and then find the exact John Smith that I went to high school with back then. At least with, like, Facebook, there's a little bit of an algorithm there. Like, oh, these guys are friends, so you're probably, like, some, you know, high school classmates. Maybe you know each other, maybe you don't know each other, but, like, we're going to recommend you a few accounts. And then you can kind of connect again in that way, right? But MySpace doesn't have an algorithm, as far as I know, that's, like, robust enough to do that. Also, like, I don't think a lot of the peeps even use MySpace at this point. They probably all use, like, very adult website. I mean, like, not like that, but like grown-up websites like LinkedIn, right? They don't use Facebook, they don't use MySpace, they use LinkedIn, and they're sharing these like inspirational talks and making industry blog posts and stuff like that, right? So, man, I had a LinkedIn once. Malvarose, thank you for the super. I woke up from a dream where a kid I hadn't talked to since elementary had become an obnoxious streamer who wouldn't stop filming me. Oh my goodness. That must have been a very uncomfortable dream. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for the super. I hope your day gets better though. But man, I don't know anyone from high school, but I have fuzzy memories of obnoxious people in high school that I would not be surprised if they ended up as those TikTok influencers or like the Instagram people, you know, the ones that go around filming themselves and stuff. Like, I don't know them anymore, but like, I remember them being super obnoxious, and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, you know. Or MLM folks, oh my god, right? Is it too mean to say that you know when someone has peaked in high school if they end up participating in MLMs? Like, if they're our age, right? Like, if they're boomers, it makes sense, because like boomers are susceptible to MLMs and they fall for those things easily, right? But at the same time, like, if you're my age, right? Like, if you're in your 30s and you fall for an MLM, is it rude to say like, you peaked in high school and that's it? Also, hey Gerard. Sorority. Rar. Get wrecked. How's it going? Konnichiwa, everybody. Man, tell them to drink water. Drink some water, Gerard. Stay hydrated. Irene, thank you for the gift of memberships. Thank you. What am I high school? They became a crypto bro. Oh man. Oh man. Oh gosh. I have feelings about that. Enough time has passed and most people should be able to... Right, that's what I'm saying. Here's the thing though. When I was growing up, I learned about pyramid schemes, and I kind of like I kind of grew up thinking like, ah yes, pyramid schemes. That was a thing that happened in like the 1970s and 80s. We're past that now. We have information, we have knowledge about how to avoid them. We can spot the characteristics of MLMs and pyramid schemes and avoid them, right? And then now it's like there's still people are still falling for it. And I'm like, what happened? How? Why? I thought we collectively knew, you know? I forgot a letter from a knife selling mom. No. A message from someone you used to know just to show MLMs. No, it's so sad. It's like, hey Shinri, we haven't talked in 15 years. Why don't we get a coffee and catch up? And then you meet there. It's like, have you thought about buying supplements? What was it? I shouldn't name a specific brand, but they'll be like, hey, have you looked into these probiotics or things like that? It's like, man. Sometimes speedy information can make people more gullible. It's crazy. Social media is wild, Chad. Social media is crazy. I just can't. Some friendships end up because of that. I hate because it's sometimes too pushy. I just get sad. Like, I just end up, like, not replying. I'm like, it's not a thing anymore because, like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't a genuine reconnection. Yeah. I had graduated college and graduated from an academy. And then I got reached out by a friend, like, 3 years after that. And they were like, hey, Shinri, it's been a while. Let's meet some, let's meet up and get some coffee. Actually, no, it wasn't coffee. It was boba because they were Sinakurian too. We went to go get boba, and then as we're having boba, and they're like, "Oh, hey, can my friend come too?" And I was like, "What? All right." I mean, like, is it someone we know? And like, oh, they're a great guy. Like, you'll love him, right? And then he walks up in this suit. He's got this like fancy, like sparkly watch. Like, I don't know. Okay. I distinctly remember this detail because this guy, like, instantly walked in and he just reeked of sleaze, right? And the reason why I pointed out his watch was because this guy did everything he could to, like, showcase his watch to me. Like, he put his arm on the table, but, like, he would, like, shrug his shoulder up a little bit so that the sleeve ran up the forearm. Just enough so it pulled back and showed off the watch. Like, he's got the moves, like, planned out and everything. So he puts his arm on the table. He's like, hey, Shinri. Like, it's like, oh my god, right? And I look at the watch, and, like, I am not a rich man, so I don't know these fancy things. So I see it, and I'm like, that looks like a tacky carnival watch in my mind, because I don't know, like I know what a Rolex is because I've seen it in a James Bond movie. But beyond that, I don't know anything else about watches, right? You tell me like, oh, it's the Submariner, and I'm like, the Marvel character? And like the comic book character? And they'll be like, no, it's like it's a submariner. I'm like, the one that went down to the Titanic? Like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh, it's this fancy watch. I'm like, it's shiny, I'll give you that, but my phone also has time, and I can take pictures with it. Want to see a picture of my dog? Like, I'm like a very down-to-earth and practical person, so like, oh my god, wait, no, he also had this pen, I remember. I don't know what it was, but it was one of those like big fat pens that was like a fake fountain pen. Like, it had the fountain pen tip on it, and then he like took it out and he like did this like flourish with it, and I'm like, I know how to flip pens too. Or I used to know how to flip pens too. That was a trick we did in high school. But like, I don't know if it was fake or not, but they were just like doing all these things and showing off stuff, right? And like, what else did he do? He had a phone. The phone case was like a leather thing, I guess. I don't know, it looked brown. It looked phone case colored. And then he had like some fancy car keys, but I didn't recognize the brand. I don't know, like he basically did everything to just show off how much money he had. And god, he tried to sell me on this like weird sales program thing where you were selling self-help and like inspirational books to people, but the way that you sell them is by getting like 3 of your friends, and then you sell them the product, and then they have to sell 3 like the books to 3 of their friends and something like that. Relo, hello. Thank you so much for the gift of memberships. Great deal. Thank you. Pull out some fancy business card? No. Even if he did, I wouldn't know what to do with it, because I don't. I mean, like, I don't know. Do people use business cards anymore? I thought business cards was a boomer thing. You know, like in that one movie with what's his name? I want to say Christopher Nolan, but it's not Christopher Nolan. Patrick Bateman or something. I don't know. That one guy who's like, oh my god, look at that. American Psycho. Yeah, that's the one. That's the only thing I know about business cards in, and like I don't. Christian Bale. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the only thing that I remember in the thing. So like, I just, what do I do with it? Like I have it, and I'm just like, thanks. And then you just put it inside the wallet part where you have all the receipts, and then when you take it home, you throw it all away. Artists use them too. I have not been to a convention in a long time, so I don't know. I have not seen or received a business card from artists. I'm really sad. I saw some really cool fancy ones that have like QR codes and things, but then like, I don't know. I don't get into many situations where I receive business cards from people. Just watch the highlight from your Subnautica about Sussy just by tons of YouTubers say like, I like your take it without harming anyone for it, and Lord. Yeah. Oh my god, that was a while back. Speaking of Subnautica, we gotta play Subnautica 0. I'm not gonna lie, I became self-conscious of my business cards after watching that. Just don't have business cards. I think like a little, I don't know, an @ to your like social media accounts on like a little tag might be enough. I don't know. I don't really use business cards. I feel like they're kind of outdated. My business card has a QR code. Ooh. Please, before the 3rd one comes out. Wait, there's a 3rd one? There's a 3rd Subnautica coming out? I don't think exchanging business cards are the same as exchanging business cards in general, though. Yeah, is it different? It's been a while. I haven't been to a lot of cons. I want to go back to cons, chat. I want to go back to conventions, but I can't find any here in Japan. I don't know what the process is for getting it. I imagine most VTubers don't use business cards. I've actually never seen a VTuber. I've never gotten a business card from a VTuber. Now that I think about it. Even before people start using AirDrop to send pictures of their business card to people's phones. I don't have any for my current job. My email signature is enough. Let's go! Collecting business cards sounds kind of fun though. I think it could be fun if like they're cool. I don't know. But like most business cards are kind of... they're just like paper with names on them, you know? Blank, hello. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Some places business cards is kind of like proof you met them in person. For small artists is often handmade with signature. Oh, see, if it's handmade, I can understand. But like, I don't know. I feel that if you want proof that you've met someone, it's just a signature, right? Like I've been to TwitchCon before, and you would have a Sharpie with you, and then you just give it to the person and be like, "Hey, could I get your signature on my TwitchCon like pass?" Right? And then they would like sign it, and you'd be like, "Wow, that's so cool," right? And you'd be like, "I met this person," and they're like, "What?" Because I watch like small indies that not many people would know. But yeah, an autograph, exactly. Sounds like the ID cards that exist every once in a while as holo merch, like trading cards for what the battle has. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Usually handy because there's social media links for artists. I've seen the trend for like VTubers sharing like they pull up themselves. They pull up a picture of themselves on their phone, and then they put the phones together in a little circle, and they take a picture of that. And I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. That's like, yay, we all met. And then I always have to wonder, like, who took the photo? You know? Like, if everyone has a picture of themselves pulled up on the phone, and they put the phones in a circle, who's taking the picture? Yeah, who was phone? You know? Whoa. Maybe an extra phone? I don't know anyone who has an extra phone, though. That's the thing. A stranger phone. It's a ghost. Whoa. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's a ghost lady. Aww. Taking pics that accidentally ended up becoming a summoning ritual. Business phone isn't so foreign. I mean, like, I have a business phone, but like the business phone never leaves like the house. It's locked in. It's stuck to a stand. It's always plugged in. It just never leaves. You know. 2 phones, one for work, one for personal stuff. I just have everything on my phone, on like my personal phone. Who uses a laptop camera? If that many people are willing to travel, at least one of them could have a laptop or a tablet. I guess so. I guess so. Rip business phone battery. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't go anywhere. It just sits there. Chat, I've discovered a secret. I've been reusing a water bottle. Okay, so you know how Japan has like all these little vending machines? And they all have like drinks inside them, right? It's really great, but it adds up, you know, because like each bottle is like $1. But like if you drink like 2 bottles of water every day, it's like that's like $2 extra you gotta spend, right? But what you can do is you can buy these packs of tea bags, and then just put the tea bag in the bottle of water and then fill it up, because you get a box of like 30 tea bags for $5, and then that's like 60 cents per bag, and then you make your own tea. And the fun part is you can use the same brand, because the brands that sell their water bottles in the vending machines also sell the tea bags just in tea form. So I buy those, I buy the same one, and I put the tea bag inside the water bottle, and then I just fill it up with water again. Cold brew, yeah. Your frugality knows no bounds. Yeah. I do. The fun part, he's really into this sort of thing. He wasn't joking. No, I mean it. There's like, you can buy the really big bottles of water that are like 1 liter, and then each of the liters are maybe like 550 yen, 600 yen, right? But you can refill the whole thing with maybe 2 sachets, like 2 satchels of tea, and you get the whole thing again for like 120 yen. And then you can just keep filling it up again. Yeah. But is your waist clear if you only drink tea? I mean, I eat food too. And save nature, less plastic bottles. Yeah, let's go. Sachet. Tea bags. Yeah. If I were to use a gallon bottle, how many sachets would that take? A gallon? Like 2? You could probably get away with 2. Or 3. 2 or 3. Razor X, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Go get some hearts to chat for the gifted memberships. Sachet. Isn't sachet like a dance move? To like... Shinri sounds like my mom with big cups. Tea bags are honestly one of the best inventions. They are. If you want to get even more frugal, you can buy loose leaf tea, because it's cheaper to get loose leaf tea in bulk than it is to get them like individually packaged. And then there are these like, I don't even know what they're called. They're like reusable mesh bags that have like a metal clasp on them. You put the loose leaf in there, and then you close it, and then you like dunk it, and then like after you're done steeping your tea, you can open it up and then pour out the loose leaf. Silva, thank you for the sticker. Thank you for the super. Tea strainers, tea steepers, infusers. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of names for them, but like bulk loose leaf tea is like the cheapest tea you can get. Better quality too, yeah. Tea bubbles. I think I've seen a couple of really cute tea bubbles. There was one that was shaped like a dinosaur, but I don't know dinosaurs. The one with the really tall neck. So the tea part is in the body, and then it has a really long neck so that you dangle the neck, or you dangle the head on the rim of the cup, and then the long neck and the body bring it down into the hot tea. Yeah, the little, yeah, they look like the Loch Ness monster, like the little Nessie. Yeah. Me who just leaves my hibiscus in the water container. Oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. I've had really bad experiences with just leaving stuff inside the water. Like coffee grounds. So I don't know. I have a habit of like whenever I have one, I will slowly sip my coffee, but then when I get to the very last bit, I'll just take it in like a big shot. Like I'll just go like, or you know, just like take the whole thing in one go, right? This one time, there was apparently a tear in my coffee filter as it was pouring, so like a whole bunch of coffee grounds got into it, right? So I was sipping it, and because I'm sipping the top of the coffee over time, I never really noticed it. But then like as I got to the bottom, I'm like, that's enough for a shot of coffee, right? So I just grab it and then just like throw it back. I just got like a mouthful of coffee grounds, just like all up, just in my gums, between my cheek, under my tongue. It was nasty. So like ever since then, I don't like having loose leaf tea, and I don't like having loose leaf or like ground coffee in my coffee. Extra crunchiness. It's not even the good kind of crunchy. It's like the kind of soggy crunchy that just kind of like smears, if that makes sense. It's just way. Chewing on a drink. No. Dirt. It's like sand, more like kind of soggy sand. Ever tried using mocha pots? No. I've always felt too poor to afford a mocha pot. They look really fancy, but I'm like, my drip coffee machine works already, so I'll just keep using that one. You know, more gritty than crunchy. Yeah, like a mud texture. Oh yeah, that depends. Like if you have super fine coffee grounds, it becomes like mud. But if you have coarse grounds, then it's like dirt. So like you got a nice little. Please do not exfoliate the inside of your mouth. Blech. Ugh. It's like it's like having sand in your mouth when you eat like clam chowder, or like when you eat any kind of shellfish. You're like, you bite down and then like immediately regret it because it's just like that crunch of the sand in your teeth. It's just like, I don't like that. Ugh. I hate it. I hate it so much. I have to be super careful. Like I love clam chowder. I love how creamy it is. I love how thick it is, but I can't just chow down on it because of the sand. I just felt it, right? You know, like once you've had that experience, you can never get out. It's like an engraved memory in your head. 2 a.m. went to make coffee, ended up with residual noodles mixed in. No. Never use coffee grounds to exfoliate your face? No, I never tried that. I almost always compost my coffee grounds. I don't exfoliate with coffee grounds. I'm not sure how you would do that. No pearls in your clam chowder. No. Thankfully, no. Eating filter feeder problems. Aren't there like clam farms that have clams that don't have sand in them that you can have? I mean, trauma. Good taste, bad mouthfeel. It's just it feels like you know. This is why like I think it's okay to lick rocks because rocks don't break apart and you're like don't lick sandstone, right? Because like is sandstone really even stone? It's just like an aggregate material, just a whole bunch of sand, right? But it's easier to lick rocks and taste rocks than it is to like take a mouthful of sand. Because if you don't want that rock in your mouth, you can just take it out, right? But then if you have all that sand, it's work. It's like a mess to get all the sand out, you know? Where are you getting your clam chowder that has sand in it? Clams have sand. Well, not all of them, but there is a chance to have sand in clams because clams live in sands. Is limestone just limes? Oh, I want to get a piece of limestone and I want to burn it. Wait, not burn it. I want to boil it. Wait, no, not boil it. What's the word? I said burn because I thought of acid, like vinegar. You know how you can get like limestone and you can put acid on it because it's a whole bunch of calcium. It like bubbles. It looks really cool. I want to try that. How do rocks taste anyway? It really depends. Most of them taste kind of like cool, I guess. Like an ice cube that doesn't melt. Yeah. If you don't wash your ground veggies properly and they're still dirty, no. Who doesn't wash their ground veggies properly? You have to clean them all. I wash all my vegetables. It dissolves the carbon, it releases CO2. Yeah. Professional rock taster. Nah, not professional. I'm just a hobbyist. Professional rock taster would imply that I get paid to taste rocks. I still have yet to find people who will pay me to taste rocks. You sound like you're talking with experience about eating rocks. How many of you tasted? I used to be a science teacher. I taught AP Environmental Science and freshman Geology. Hobbyist or enthusiast. Any more details about it? How many rocks have you licked? Like 80% of them? I mean, I'm not saying I've licked 80% of all the rocks. I'm saying I've licked 80% of the variety of rocks. And a majority of it just came because when you teach geology, you get one of those really cool display trays that has like, here are all the igneous rocks, here are all the metamorphic rocks, here are all the sedimentary rocks, right? So what you would do is you would grab them and then, well, I guess if you're a student, you probably don't need to, but like, you know, you want to show off, like, hey, this is a really cool way to like check out this rock. Look at this, right? And then you can like show them the details of it, and like look at the banding on these metamorphic rocks, and the banding comes from all that pressure and the heat underneath, kind of turning the rock into this kind of thick putty like substance, you know? But why are you licking rocks? Because I had a phase. Okay. I had a phase. I was a teacher when Doctor Who. I was never part of the Super Wholock like fandom. I only watched Sherlock and Doctor Who. I wasn't part of Supernatural because I just never really got into that one, right? But it was like a quirky phase of like just doing silly, goofy things. So that was my thing. Like it bled over into like my teaching, you know? It's not a phase, Mom. Licks limestone and screams. Matthew, thank you so much for the super. What's your favorite tasting rock, Bill Knight? My favorite tasting rock would probably have to be pumice? I like the texture of pumice. Don't lick it too aggressively or you'll like sand your tongue. But like I liked pumice. Pumice is nice. It's also really light. Yeah. Are you still looking rocks? No. But not for lack of trying. There just aren't any rocks here in Tokyo. There aren't that many rocks here, chat. Like, you might not believe it, but Tokyo is very, very paved. Alright? It's very, like... There's more concrete than there are actual rocks. Okay? There's like a lot of concrete. There's almost no dirt here. You know? Hip hip right, thinking for the 15 months. So when's the rock tasting stream? If I can afford it, if I can afford one of those like cool display boards where they show you the different kind of rocks, I might be able to. But they're kind of pricey. Some shrines are made of rocks, but I think you'll get arrested. Yeah, we don't need to add to that. Like there's already an epidemic of nuisance YouTubers and nuisance streamers is the term, of people that go around and just cause chaos and mayhem during like their streams by just being jerks online, like outside. We don't need that. Rock Museum, beware. No. I can't lick those rocks. They're behind the glass displays. But some fancy rocks with chemicals, no. Are they? I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure they do contain chemicals, but not all rocks are chemicals. Well, I guess, like, if you want to get super reductionist about it, it is a chemical, but, like, you know? It's an interesting Zatsudan gonna subscribe. Thank you. And thank you for the super. Thank you. Breaking into mines with some tasty rocks. Hey, where else am I gonna get some minerals for Abigail, right? Abigail desires minerals. We must get minerals for her. Hey, hello, thank you for the super. Let's get you back to not watching Supernatural. Imagine how many cute ghosts and demons that you missed, though. I never really got into it, sadly. I don't know, I was more than happy with Doctor Who and Sherlock. Wait, okay, chat, can I point out something? There's one specific thing that I think every single person who watched Sherlock has some kind of residual trauma about. And I think the trauma is that one specific scene in Sherlock where he's like, oh, you're an alcoholic. And it's like, how do you know I'm an alcoholic? It's like your phone charger. You have too many scratches because you are like, you get home late and you're drinking. And because you're drinking, you're not accurate enough to like plug in the charger properly. Right? And there's like, that's why there's so many scratches on the charger. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Casey, thank you for the super. Thank you, thank you. Leo, thank you so much for joining the collective. Thank you. But yeah, like that one, I see that, and now I'm thinking to myself, like, oh man, if I get caught by Sherlock, they're gonna see it and be like, oh, Shinri's an alcoholic because he got so many scratches on his charger, you know? After you think of this, but pebbles getting licked by koi panions. Let's go. Yeah. I am clumsy and plug the charger without looking. Right, same. I'm not alcoholic. I'm just clumsy. Also, it's very late at night. I can't see things, right? So I'm gonna grab the cable. I'm gonna grab the phone. And then I'm just gonna feel around for where the hole is. You know, I don't have night vision. I'm not gonna go turn on the light and just flood, flashbang myself in the middle of the night just so that I can perfectly slot the charger in, you know? Like, fine, Sherlock, call me an alcoholic. Look at all those scratches on my phone charger. You can't change me. Unana, hello. Thank you for the super. As a rocket fiction, I've never related to someone so deeply when it comes to looking rocks. Let's go. They're really pretty. They are really good for like things more than things than licking. But, you know, like they're really pretty to look at and everything. I don't even drink booze, I just drop things. Right. Also what they did with Irene Adler was criminal. Yeah. Oh. Man. See, that's the problem with writing smart characters. That's the reason why the Riddler is such a like untapped character in the Batman like rogues gallery, because like it's hard to write a good smart person when the writers themselves aren't that smart, you know? Characters as smart as a writer is, yeah, they're just it's just like, come on, difficult to write someone smarter than you. Exactly. It's really difficult. So like when you're trying to write Sherlock, you know, and you have to make so many assumptions, and it's so the power of having a writing team write your life. I wish, right? Used to be a road near my house which was filled with rocks, and I'd sneak out, find pretty rocks. Had to sneak out because my parents didn't want me to bring rocks into the house. Hey, rocks are nice. If you especially find a really pretty one, Rel, thank you for the 14 months. Upgrade. 3D soon. Tuning in the quiz, but y'all great day. Thank you. I saw a couple of like TikToks of this woman who does rock tumbling. They have this special machine where they put like rocks into like a tumbler, and then they put like little pellets inside it to help grind it down, and then they lock it up, and then they just put it on this machine, and all the machine does is very gently tumble the rock for like weeks, days, you know? And I've always wanted that machine. I'm like, I want to tumble things. I want to grab things and put them in there and tumble them, right? Get rotated, exactly. And I'm just like, I want that. I want to tumble things. They get so smooth, yeah. There was this one thing, she tumbled a whole bunch of marbles, and because of the grit that they used, it became frosted. So they looked really pretty in the light. And then when you poured water on that, they got really smooth and clear so that you could see through them. It was really cool. Matthew, thank you for the super. Smart Res, Futurama and Simpsons are full of good jokes, if I recall. Both writers are full of PhDs in their fields. Oh, whoa. Wait, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Man, I wish I had a PhD. Wait, no, I don't. 3 degrees is enough for me. I don't want any more. I've been through it. I've been through it enough. I fancy the idea of having a PhD, but I don't think I will ever commit to it because I'm not at that point in my life where I can afford a PhD. I really want to see it one day. That'd be cool. That would be cool. That would be cool. The academia grind. Mickey, thank you for the 16 months. Congratulations on upcoming 3D. Thank you. You can say that you're the doctor of Tempest. Nah. I am more than content letting Axel be the self-proclaimed doctor. I could go up to someone and they'll be like, "Oh, you're Dr. Josuiji." I'm like, "You can just call me Shinri. Josuiji is my father's name." Like that. Education is expensive. It is. It is expensive. You're working on your 5th degree? Let's go. Monty Python's the same way. Everyone involved had PhDs from either Cambridge or Oxford. That's... man. Monty Python had good humor. I like Monty Python. No healers over here. We die like men. Unprepared and screaming. The guild is severely lacking in healers. Hey, I don't have anything to do with recruitment. So, that's not my problem. That is not part of my paycheck. If we were getting paychecks. I don't think the guild has ever paid us. Has it paid us? Do we have money? Do we still have money in the coffers, Altair? Who's in charge of guild recruitment? I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. Remember, Shinri, all the super villains usually have a PhD, so it can be tempting fate to become dark shit. Ooh. Yeah, like... Wait, that's true. A lot of villains are really smart. Man. I fancy the idea. I don't know if I'll ever get to it. Maybe when I'm like, I don't know, 60 years old and I have nothing else to do. Batman's smart too. Batman is smart because he has the power of writers. That's really it. Because you want to be a villain? I don't want to be a villain. I don't want to be a villain, but I want to be able to have the ability to be a villain if I wanted. Like a switch, you know? I want that ability to just flip it and be like, oh, you know, like time to turn on my villain powers, right? And then I flip the switch and I'm like, haha, I'm a villain now. You know? I want to do that kind of, like, it's not that I want to be evil, it's that I want to have the ability to switch if needed, if necessary, you know? That's what I want. A villain power. It's like, oh, I don't know, like juggling, you know? It's a skill. And do you need it? Probably. But, like, would it be cool to have it? Yeah. You know? Just, you know, not... Do you have to use it every single day of your waking life? No. Right? But to have it in the back of your mind to be like, oh yeah, I can juggle. These people don't know I can juggle. You know? Would you want to be an anti-hero? I can't be an anti-hero. I'm too soft to be an anti-hero. I could try, but it would not go very well. It would be very awkward. Like, okay, like tell me like an anti-hero. Like what do anti-heroes do? You know? Anti-hero Shinri would be so cool. I wish I could. But I'm too soft. Yeah, haha, and that's it. That sounds like Waluigi. It's like, I'm not doing this for you, hero. I'm just happening to do it because our interests align at this point, and it's a very convenient plot driving device that the writers have come up with. Vigilante justice. I kind of want to do vigilante justice, but like I want to do vigilante justice. Okay, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I could have used the Death Note much better than Kira did. Like I'm like 90% certain I could have done a better job. You know, like I'm pretty sure like if I had the Death Note, like I wouldn't be caught. You know, I'm just saying, you know. Definitely would. It's... Do you have to take the potato chip and eat it? Do you have to go that far? You know? But no, I'm 100% certain now. The thing is, if you have the Death Note, they will kill in the end. Well, that's the thing, like... What's the rule of the Death Note? Like, the name of, like, whoever human is written... Okay, here's the thing. The reason why I'm pretty sure I'd be pretty good with the Death Note is because I still practice my handwriting. Hehe. Not a hard bar, light as 19-year-old with the god complex. Thank you for the super heavy prayer. Man, imagine if I had a god complex. I want that, chat. Well, I don't want the god complex. I want the confidence of someone who has a god complex. I want the confidence of, like, a Twitter commenter who doesn't follow you, but proudly just comments their opinion about something that you tweeted out. They'd be like, well, actually, and then they just say things, right? Like, I want that kind of confidence, you know? Like, do you know what I'm talking about, right, Chad? Like, there'll be this, like, incredible biologist who's, like, explaining, like, oh, here's this really cool thing about, I don't know, squid. And, like, it's really incredible, but these squid live at such great depths and we don't know enough about that. And, like, well, actually, I know everything about squid. And they're like, I am a marine biologist. What are you talking about? It's like, well, you're not a marine biologist enough, you know? Things like that. Like, I want that confidence. I want that confidence. Man. The difference is as thin as paper is in cases. Dilulu is not the Solulu, but I want that Dilulu. The audacity, yeah. Perhaps it's not confidence, perhaps just being impulsive. No, but like, here's the thing though. If the thing is they are just so, what's the word? So sure of themselves, you know? They will proudly go out there and just say things that are wrong. And in my mind, like I can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't do that. You know? Because like I grew up in a time where like the internet is forever, and if you build a reputation of being someone who lies constantly, then other people can't trust you, right? And in my mind it's like, but why? Why would you want that? Why would you want to establish that, you know? Being confidently wrong. It's a very fine line. Only if you survive with that attitude. I want to try it though. You know? I want to try it. Like a flavor of ice cream that I've never tried before, you know? I spread misinformation. I propagate unverifiable facts for fun. Contrary to popular belief, wood is edible. That's how he's going to Yokoidi. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Bacon flavored ice cream. Wait, that sounds pretty good. Salty and sweet with a little bit of fatty. Ooh. You gotta be a bit more naughty and bad, ready to cause chaos. My idea of chaos is having telekinesis powers that only work on objects that are smaller than like a pound, so that I can levitate little pieces of rocks and then throw them into the shoes of my enemies. You know? Like, that's my idea of chaotic. I don't want, like, super strength, super flight, or... I think earthbending would be really cool. But, you know, just, like, minor telekinesis, you know? Like, that's what I want. So you can eat stuff. Okay, I've already mentioned this a while back, but I think not everyone has heard this story. So let me tell you, if I had any superpower, right? Any kind of superpower, my superpower would be telekinesis, but for very small objects. And the very specific use case scenario for my superpower would be in the mornings, because my brain has been addled by social media so bad that I kind of scroll on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and other places, or like I listen to like the lo-fi music stuff while I sleep. I will like occasionally move around in my sleep, and the phone will fall between the crack, or fall in the crack between the bed and the wall. So in the morning, when I wake up and I'm just like, oh, where's my phone? And I notice that it's in the crack, I have to get out of bed and then drag the entire bed away from the wall so that I can make enough space for my arm to go inside and reach it, you know? So instead of doing that, I just want telekinesis so that I can mentally grab the phone, pull it up out from the crack, and then back into my hand. You know? There was this one time where I legitimately considered switching to iPhones because they introduced the MagSafe charger. And I was like, if I had this and my phone fell inside the crack, because it's magnetic, the cable would still be attached. So I could just grab the cable and then gently lift it up. And then I realized my wallet couldn't handle that. So that dream went away, you know? I'm like, is that small convenience really worth the price point of an iPhone? And I'm like, oh, that's a lot of burritos. That's a lot of pizza. That's a lot of, like, snacks. Nah. Tarushka, thank you for the super. Best one I ever heard was to refill anything short on money, refill your wallet. Short lonely, refill bed with someone to cuddle. So it makes you mad, refill their bladder to the fullest. I That's actually a really cool concept. That is a really cool concept. You would have to be very careful about how you phrase what a refill is. Like, could you refill, like, uranium? Because it's like radioactive decay, right? But could you refill it so that it goes back to the state it was before it reached its half-life? You know? Like, that's kind of cool. I just fished my phone out with the back scratcher. Oh, I should get one of those. Matthew, think of this super. If you take level of Wizard 1, you can get Mage Hand as a cantrip. Telekinesis up to 5 pounds. You can take prestidigitation to do fun stuff. Ooh. Wait, that sounds kind of fun. What's the range on that thing? That's kind of cool. Wait, I want to try. I want to be an Omniglot. I still need to practice my Japanese. I'm learning. 30 feet? Joke's on you, chat. I don't know what 30 feet is. I have really bad sense of distance. It's hard for me to measure things in my head. So I'm not thinking about the super reason left with the gentle villain main character. Thank you for the super. Maybe. The Shinri who laughs. Metric user? Ha, joke's on you. I also don't know what distance is for both metric and imperial units. 9.1 meters is 30 feet. I don't know what 9.1 meters looks like. 6 people end to end. Okay, I can visualize 6 dead bodies end to end. I mean people end to end. I can visualize that. I can't visualize like arbitrary numbers though. It's very difficult for me to specifically just measure arbitrary like units. It doesn't make sense. Exactly, same. Yeah. So when someone's like, oh, you know, it's just like 40 feet that way, and I'm like, okay, it's a distance that way. It is some distance, couple of feet that way, right? You just keep walking until you hit it. I visualize 1 meter rulers, but not 1 meter. But that's the thing. My brain, you know how like there are AR like apps and stuff that you can like take your phone out and then you're like visualize this table in your living room, and then you can like you scan the area with your phone, and then it like creates this like virtual image of what it would look like, right? My brain can't do that. So I can visualize a meter stick, but that meter stick is the concept of a meter stick. It's not a meter in my mind, you know? One body in average is 1.5 to 2 meters. I can really actually, yeah. A couple of bodies. Okay, so the reason why I think they are dead bodies is because it would be very difficult to get 6 people, a certain number of people to lie down in a straight line and not move for a while. So it's easier for me to conceptualize them as dead people, because at least they won't move. Hopefully. Most dead bodies don't move, alright? So that's why. P, they can put the super. 30 feet is 51 bananas long if you line them up. But what kind of bananas? What kind of bananas? Alu Wrecking Ball, thank you for the 3 months. Upgrady. What is going on? It's a surprise, guerilla Zatsu. I can't even imagine a 2 meter guy IRL. I don't think that's possible. Is it? Is 2 meters possible? Aphantasia. No, I have the brain where if you think of an apple, I can visualize the apple in color, and like I can grab it and spin it around. But the thing is, I only have that for objects that are like manipulatable. You know? 2 meters tall, 6'7". I've not met a 6'7" person. Isn't that like approaching the height, like the height limit of bodies? Isn't there like a physics thing which prevents like human bodies from getting that tall? But yeah, I think only objects you can lift. Yeah, only objects that can lift. So if I imagine, say, a chair, I can like imagine the texture, the color of the chair, like the weight, the color, the fabric on it, like the taste, the smell, like I can imagine that. And then I can like freely manipulate it and like spin it around at 360 like degrees, right? But if it's bigger than that, like a car, I have difficulty imagining like what does the underside of a car look like, you know? Matthew, using bodies as a visualization tool makes sense in FPS games. Now, whose bodies do you visualize as a metric, like 6 Flayons or Battles of Rage? Average people? Like whenever I think of bodies, it's just like adult male, because that's like the most I see being dead. Does anyone else's visualization look like Resident Evil? Yeah! With the low poly, the slight like film grain filter, and it slowly spins. Isn't there a whole thing about that on Twitter? There's like a whole bunch of, there's a Twitter account that does nothing but tweet out slowly rotating GIFs of low poly assets in video games. Are they in body bags at least? No, they're just out there. They're just out. But like, generally in some kind of a graphic t-shirt and jeans is like the idea that I have. The Halo 3 rat, yeah! And like the Final Fantasy grapes. Like those things. P, thank you for the super. 30 feet equals 5 of you because you're 6 foot. It doesn't really work that way. It's really difficult for me to visualize things in terms of my own height, because my eyeball is a couple of inches below my head. Does it make sense? Like, the perspective that I see the world in is a couple of inches below my actual height. And I don't really compare myself to things. Like I did the whole, like here, let me, like, I can stand up and touch the ceiling, like. Sorry, Haka. But like, that's my ceiling right there. You know? I can touch that. But it's like I don't visualize it, you know. What's it? Thank you for the 3 months. Aquady, tend to measure travel distances and slower times, the number of songs I listen to. That's, yeah, time. Time is better. Time is an easier way to visualize distances, especially because in the Elysium everything is so far away. Like, I want to go grocery shopping. Oh, that's going to take me 20 minutes to get there. And then it's going to take me 5 minutes to park. It's going to take me another 20 minutes to get back. You know? So, like, to go from my city to another city would be like, oh, it takes 8 hours to go there. I'm like, all right, cool, 8 hours. I understand that. So, like, measuring distance in terms of time makes more sense to me than it is in actual distance. Ay, banana. Thank you so much for the super. Your wingspan is your height too, so fingers to fingers. But like, I don't understand that. You know, conceptually I understand that, but like it doesn't help me visualize it, you know? Kex, thank you for the super. Let's just take Battle and turn him into a measurement unit to calculate everything on a universal scale. Ah, yes, that is, I can throw, look at, wait. Flayon can throw him 2 battles far. Battle becomes a measurement of distance, yeah. It's like 1 hour for heroes, and yeah, like, time makes more sense because you actually spend that time traveling, right? In my mind, it doesn't. The distance itself doesn't mean anything. The time you spend traversing that distance is a lot more meaningful to me. This measuring topic sounds like your villainous trait right now. Fighting would be 90 feet away. Sherlock would have to find out what you meant 90 bodies, which in terms incriminates you. It's like, I'm 20 feet away from you. Sherlock looks around. There's like a straight line of literal 20 feet that were chopped off from bodies, just pointing right to me. It's like, maybe I should not have been so literal about the feet. At least a foot definite time. At least by foot definite time makes more sense as a measure of distance. Yeah, like from here. Wait, I shouldn't say that. From here to a city takes me 25 minutes, and then from here to another city takes me 35 minutes, and then the other city to the other direction is like 45 minutes. But the thing is, it ends up being 45 minutes whether I walk or whether I take the subway, because I have to take into consideration the time it takes to walk down all the stairs in the subway, take the train, get to the station, and then walk back up all the stairs. So like it's the same, it's one of those things where it's like it's gonna be the same amount of time whether I walk there or take the subway, so I might as well just walk there, you know? 20 minutes, approximately 40 miles per hour is 12 to 15 miles depending on traffic. Conceptually, I understand that. But visually, I don't know what 12 miles is. How about external issues like traffic or reroutes? Yeah, that's why I don't really think about it in terms of distance like that. My height would probably be 4 Machina Flaya. Flaya is a small boy. I guess I'm less used to measuring distance and X number of walking, pacing, and time myself with help of music. Yeah. Like, most songs are like, what, 3 minutes long? Around 3 minutes? I prefer measuring distance and time. I think it's a very useful measurement. Thank you for the super. Finding out that you can touch the ceiling makes me crying in the quarter 411. Aww. That's like head pat height. It is good head pat heights. Thank you for the super. If Google Maps says you gotta walk for like 410 meters, can you visualize it? Nope. I cannot. If you tell me I had to walk 2 city blocks, I understand that. I understand 2 city blocks. I do not understand 410 feet. It does not make sense to me, you know? I'm tall in Australia, giant in Japan. I understand accent. Let's go. Yeah. Have you tried measuring your footsteps? Nope. I think like a long time ago we used to. Like that was a thing we did in like PE class. Like you measure your pace and you're like, as long as you walk a consistent pace, then you can, then like you figure out the stride length from like the heel of your foot to the heel of the other foot. And you're like, oh, if you measure your stride, then you can, and you also know your pace. And I'm like, but if I'm in a new city, I kind of walk like a dog. Not on all fours, but like, you know how dogs will walk around and then just stop to like sniff things? So their pace is not consistent. They just kind of walk around and they're like, oh, this is interesting. And then they go and smell that for a moment, right? That's kind of what I do. Like, if I'm in a new place, I'll walk around and my pace will be completely irregular because I'll be like, ooh, what's that? And then I'll be distracted and I'll go that way, right? And then I'll just stop there for a little bit, admire like, oh, that's a really cool building, right? And then I'll go back on track and then I'll keep walking and get distracted by another thing. And I'll be like, ooh, what's this thing? And like, oh, that's a really cool statue, you know? Like, that kind of stuff. So whenever they were like, oh, you gotta measure your pace, you gotta measure like the stride length, and if you keep a consistent, I'm like, I don't keep a consistent pace though. I don't. I walk around and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. You know? Why'd you word it that way? Because my brain is like that. Sorry. Just sniffing things? No, I'm not sniffing things. Pretty sure I would get in trouble if I just walked around sniffing things. I wouldn't have thought of all fours, but now I can't get the image out of my head. Man. But no, it was just like, how does one measure pacing, by the way? So the way that they told me was you measure the stride length. So basically you measure from the heel of the back foot to the heel of the front foot. And then you just kind of walk casually for like let's say you take a step and it's like, I don't know, like 3 fishes long, right? Like your stride is the same length of 3 fish, right? And then you walk for like 30 seconds, and then you're like, in that 30 seconds, I took 20 steps. So you take 20 times 3 fishes, and you have like 60 fish, and then you divide by the amount of time it took you, right? So you're like, oh, I walk at, this many fish per step, or this many fish per minute. Peter, thank you for the 7 months. Okwedi, you can never sing a 3D. You know that your coins are cheering for you. You look great. Clay pennies are here for you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, Okwedi. What fish though? Yeah, see, that's the thing. It doesn't like it. It's hard. I have very difficult things. I have very difficult times with arbitrary and abstract things. It makes more sense for me to like visualize concepts, but when you give me arbitrary numbers, it becomes hard. But yeah. Sounds like a natural thing that occurs when putting DDR or pump it up after a while. Possibly. 1 Punico, 2 Punico. How long is Punico? I've never measured Punico. Punico is just chunky. Essentially, stride length depends on leg length, which depends on a person's height. So that means whatever the stride is based on height. Yeah. Something like that. Genuinely, what about counting distance in Minecraft? In Minecraft, well, the thing with Minecraft is everything is like a nice grid. So it's easy to follow along, I expect to gag during your 3D but measuring things now. Man. I don't know if I have time to like prepare anything at this point. I'm already too busy practicing the things I've already got planned. I can run 50 Punico per minute. Haha. Yeah. My favorite thing to do right now with Punico is to just hold Punico gentle. You know that meme? Hold burp gentle like hamburger? It's like that. I just hold. No squeezing, no like cuddling, just hold. Just hold Punico. I want you all to try that. If you have Punico with you, yeah, like burger, right? Just grab Punico and just hold Punico for a little bit. Don't squeeze. Don't like shake. Just hold for a little bit. And I don't know why. It just gives me so much serotonin just to hold Punico like that. Hold him gentle like a burger. I got a Shiba. Let me try. Yeah. No cuddle. No squeezing. No hugging. Just hold. Just hold. Gentle. Oh, really cute. Ever a chance it would go on sale again? I don't know. I wish. But I don't know. I don't think Machan knows. It would have to be like from up high in the company. Lovely Chan. Thank you so much for the super. Did you get to visit Haunted Place there? No, I have not visited a haunted place here in Japan, but I did go to a couple of like haunted houses in Indonesia. And those are fun. Thank you for the super. Thank you. Casey Okoidi, thank you for the 3 months. Finally coming back and can't wait for 3D. Thank you. Alcohol. Oh my goodness. Thank you. So good to have. Thank you for the Yakasupa. Thank you. Can we get some hearts in chat for? Can we get some hearts in chat for the Yakasupa? Thank you, Alcohol. So good to actually wish you a birthday. Very, very taskadu. It's your birthday. Wait, hold up. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alcohol. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Let's go! Happy birthday! I hope it was continues to be a very good one. Congrats on surviving another trip around the sun. Here's to many more. Let's go! Thank you so much. No, thank you for the on your own birthday, Doles. Thank you so much. Please make sure you treat yourself though. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Thank you. I just thought I should be holding a bottle of alcohol looking at the manufacturing date. Moonchito, thank you for the super. Wasn't expecting this, but really happy days and so far. Hearing your voice, hearing your happy made something in me relax. Don't know what to do, but thank you. I don't meant to be weird. No, it wasn't weird. Thank you so much for the super. I'm sorry to hear you had a bad day. I hope things get better for you. Hope things continue to improve. Doji, thank you for the 16 months. Good morning, good night. Hope you get some good sleeps. Good eeps and good dreams. Teeps, thank you for the 7 months. Puniko needs lots of holding today. They're blown out the windowsill onto the floor. No! Please take care of Puniko. Okay, thank you for re-upping the membership. Man. Puniko is the one thing that's been keeping me sane this entire time. Even as an introvert, I don't know. It's great. I've been loving it here, but at the same time, it's like I want to talk to people. Okay, sorry. I don't want to talk to people. I want there to be the possibility and the accessibility to talk to people if I need to, right? Like to be all like, hey, let's do this thing, you know, let's talk about this, you know? I want the option. Yeah, I want the option, right? Because like as much as I like it here, it's like all the communication I've had has been wholly online. It's been entirely just online, you know? You want to be able to say we should catch up, right? Or just like a, hey, how's it going? You know, engaging conversation. Yeah. But no, it is awkward here being in a foreign country. It's like a face-to-face. Yeah. Learn Japanese and you can start small talk. I don't think small talk is a thing here though. No matter where I've been, I do not hear small talk. I hear conversations between people who are friends, but I don't hear small talk between what appears to be strangers, you know? You want to say something, but you don't know how to say it. Exactly. Yeah. Isn't small talk a very American thing? I think so. Not so much here. I don't see it much here in Japan. But I do want to practice. I've been practicing hiragana. I'm like, it's not much, but at least we're getting started, right? Been working abroad for a year. It's hard to make lasting friendships when you know time will be limited. Yeah. Yeah. 今日はいい天気ですね. Yeah. It's a very strange thing to my brain. No small talk. Interesting. I don't hear it that often. It's kind of rare. Come visit Indonesia again. We'll talk about sambal. Ah, man, I wish. If only I had the foresight to go bring a lot more snacks. Bring more sambal with me. Man. Kirikichi, hello. Just want to say I'm excited for your 3D. Let's go. Thank you. I am also excited, although my excitement is tinged with anxiousness and nervousness. But thank you so much. You got the Genki books yet? Yeah, they arrived like 2 days after, like a day and a half after I ordered them. It's it's difficult. I'm practicing hiragana right now. I'm like trying to do the hiragana at the moment. Come back to Southeast Asia, stock up on your sambal. I wish. You still have buncham? I do have it. I have not put it onto any food because it's the level 51, and I'm like, after the danger curry, I'm kind of like, I like spice, but I don't like that much spice, you know? How long are you going to be in Japan? Still need to send package from Indonesia, making a send packed sambal in several flavors. Unfortunately, Cover doesn't accept packaged gifts. We only accept letters, sadly. We only words. If you are sending packages, they will most likely not be accepted. It'll only be letters. Yeah. Cover doesn't accept perishables. Yeah, that too. Just I think shipping perishable foods in general is gonna be difficult. But yeah. I will have to find a place that imports samba, and when I get back to Elysium. Raku, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. So sophisticated, am I? Am I sophisticated? Do not be fooled by my sophisticated exterior. I am tired. I was gonna say I am a gremlin, but I'm like, I'm not that much of a gremlin. I'm mostly just tired. Sending the most precious rocks. Oh, that'd be so cool. I would love to get rocks from people, but that shipping would be so expensive. They're really expensive because it's like rocks are heavy, you know? Thought you were gonna say that you were a goober. Am I a goober, Chad? I don't know if I'm a goober or not. What is a goober? Is this the bit about the spicy bullet being dead in Denmark? I've heard about that. I didn't read about it, but I read the headline about that. I thought that was kind of fun. Matthew, thank you for the soup. Gemeinschaft and Gesellschaft society. Smaller communities have more spontaneous thought because people let their guard down, move to the country. To the country? Oh, I kind of wanted to, Chad. I've kind of wanted to. Like, I get way too many, like, shorts on my timeline that are like, hey, do you want a free house in Japan? Come here, buy one of these IKEA. There was a family that was murdered here, so this thing is dirt cheap. In fact, the government will pay you to move there. The only thing is, you gotta sign a 5-year contract to renovate it. And I'm like, ooh, free house, chat. It's a free house, but like, ooh, do I, like, I would love to renovate it, but at the same time, it's like, but the internet there, you know, the internet and the electricity, getting all that stuff out. The boys and I joked, how about we were gonna go and be like, oh, you know, we should buy a village, like one of those like small villages that haven't completely abandoned because everyone moved to the cities. We were like, what if we bought a village and then just made it like Elysium, like an actual Zenokuni village, right? Everyone gets their own house and it's just like village, right? And then we realized like, no, none of us have a license for heavy machinery to like install power cables and stuff, so most likely no. Utility is the only concern for Shinri, not the ghost. Here's the thing. I can live with ghosts, right? Ghosts are chill. I cannot live without electricity. Kex King, thank you for the super. About to live in the Stardew Valley, even in the countryside. Only the cute goth girl that's into ghosts. Here's the thing though, even in Stardew Valley they have electricity, alright? Even in Stardew Valley, they have electricity. But like, even the poltergeist is chill. Be like, hey, I need to move the refrigerator from this side of the room to the other side. Could you do that for me? Yeet. Never been credibly threatened by a ghost. They probably just want friends. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know? That's what I'm saying. Can you read this? No. I'm sorry. I cannot read that. I just started practicing hiragana like a day ago. I just started. But what if the ghosts waste your electricity bills at playing with the light switches? Here's the thing though, right? It's like a benefit. Because if you have a ghost, right? Do you know how nice summers would be? You don't have to run the AC. You can just have your ghost roommate come over and give you like a hug on the shoulders. And then they chill you. Because it just brings down the temperature in the area. Right? Boom. There you go. Save money. You don't need the AC. Right? Or if you have like a ghost cat, right? You know how a ghost cat like curls up and like sits down things, right? You know how like cats do that, right? You just have the ghost cat sit on your PC. You're like, hey, the PC is warm. Sit there, right? So it curls up and it sits there and there you go. Boom, cooling. PC cooling. Right? Woo. But what the ghost is the opposite. I've not ever met like a hot, temperature-wise, hot ghost. You know? But the light switches, it's fine. We don't need light. In fact, I'd probably just get like blackout curtains to block out the light so that I can be a gamer nerd without glare. As long as my monitors are working, the light from my keyboard and the light from the mouse, the RGB RAM sticks in the PC, that's all the light we need, you know? Hudan can thank you for the suplex every 3D, but please don't overthink too much. Always remember to be yourself. Love you as who you are. Relax and enjoy the show. Thank you. Thank you. I wish I could relax and enjoy the show, but it's a 3D live, so I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna have to be there. I can't relax. Thank you for the super. They might be harmless yokai bringing you fortunes. Oh, that'd be really cool. Does the ghost have a forklift license though? No. But that's a good thing because I think forklifts are pretty expensive to rent. Living in a Hollow Pro city is all... Hollow Star Street, that'd be kind of cool. Got like the Hollow Stars Street, Tempest Avenue coming off of that. Uproar Alley. Armis Avenue. I don't know. I think that's the only names that we got. Shinri Street. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. How can one turn a forklift into a ghost? You have to kill the forklift somehow, but I think that'd be very difficult to do. Trouble in Tempest Town. Oh my god, that'd be so much fun. Imagine that. The entire town, right? Ask Dio. Man. I like the idea. I like the idea so much. But, oh gosh. I know for a fact that if anything goes on... it'll be like, Shinri, the water main busted. We need you to go fix it. Or Shinri, the transformer blew because we tried to play too many games and plug in too many PCs. Shinri, the fuse box is gone. Shinri, there's a tree in the middle of the road. We need to clear it. Like, I'm just gonna spend the entire time just like managing the entire town. Ah, the boys. Yeah, it's gonna be that nonstop. Phantom is stuck in the tree, right? That's why the tree is down, because Phantom got stuck in the tree and they didn't know how to climb the tree. So instead what they did was they chopped the tree down. Except they didn't chop it properly. Did you guys know there's a science to how to chop trees? Like, it's a really cool science because like beavers do this too. They like chew away at the tree and then every now and then they'll just stop. And what they do is they get their hands, they place it up against the trunk, and then they turn their head, right? So what they're doing two things. One, they're listening, right? So they're listening to the sound of the wood. And if it starts to like creak and crack, like they know which way to like run away. And the second is their little hands are on the tree trunk, so they can sense the vibrations. So like if it's like starting to tilt, they can feel the little tree shaking. So they'll like chew away at it and then just kind of like listen, imagining their real hands. Yeah, it's not just tree fall down. No, the beavers, they will bite away at the tree, but in such a gentle way that it's not like chopping. It's not chopping. Instead, what they do is they shave. It's more like shaving than it is chopping. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to shave away the tree trunk up to the point where there's like the threshold of there's just enough material holding the tree steady that if you shave off a little bit more of it, then the whole thing starts to come down. But because you're doing it at such small, like you're shaving away such small pieces, it doesn't just like drop down all at one go. It just like very carefully tilts over one side, and then as it's tilting, it starts to creak, and that's what they're listening for. So yeah, natural tree chopper. Yeah, nom, nom 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 nom. But yeah. Smart beavers. I gotta say though, I want to know. I really want to. Okay, so like, you know how in certain video games, when you finish them, they give you like a stat screen of like, hey, like here's a summary of all your stats, right? When the universe ends, I want there to be a stat screen so that I can go back and be like, I want to know the tech tree that specifically beavers picked. Like, I want to know. I want to know exactly when the first beaver came out and was like, that tree, I'm gonna take that tree down. No, I will not. Like, that tree, I needs to be gone, right? Like, I want to know. I want to know exactly when it changed. Like, was it a DNA thing? Was it just like I have really big teeth. I gotta wear them down a little bit or else they're gonna keep growing. I'm gonna just keep chopping that thing down. Whoa, it's helpful. Like, I don't think beavers think that way, right? But I just, you know, I want to know. I want to know. Beavers spec'd into engineering, but like, why? Why did they spec into engineering? Was there a need for it? Did they like, what was there like, I don't know, were they being like attacked by sentient trees that moved around? Like, is that, are beavers the reason why we don't have ents? Because there used to be walking sentient trees and the beavers are like, nah, we ain't gonna deal with, like, we ain't gonna vibe with that. And then they'll just like, I'm all the way. You know, like, I just want to know. Like, you know how birds will sometimes go over to like horses and they will pick away the hair of the horse, or like dogs, if you like see them, or like wolves, right? Like, birds will swoop down and they just stand on like a wolf or something, and then they just like pick away the fur and they fly away, right? And then they use the fur to like pad their nests to like make it warm and insulate it, right? Like, I understand that. Like, the bird has a natural instinct to build a nest, and when you want to build a nest, you want to make it warm, right? So like, fur, great, fantastic. I understand that. But why do beavers chop down trees? You know? Like, it's like, what, of all the things that you could have done, like, they could have gone and then just scavenged. They could be like a species that just scavenges dead leaves and dead like branches that have already fallen down and collected those. Like, I understand that. But whole trees? I want to know. Why? When did that start? You know? My life, thank you for the 3 months. Every time I watch you, I always have new thoughts. Upgrading. Don't they use the wood for the dams? They do. But why? Why is the question? Why do they use whole tree trunks for their dams? You know? Like, think about it. Like, you can go ahead and make your dam with like rocks. You know? Like, they could have evolved to be like really buff beavers. What they do is they go around the forest and they collect rocks and they build a dam out of rocks. But no, instead they got these really cool iron-filled teeth that they use to like shave away trees. Like, why wood? Why trees specifically, right? Rock small, tree bigger. But why can't they like be like? Why can't they be like beavers that dig into the ground, and then as they dig into the ground, they find rocks and they use that, you know? One day a beaver was like, man, let me just cut down this tree. If they were strong enough to haul rocks, they wouldn't need a damn nest to hide in. This is true, sure. But like, they also have that tail, you know? The really big tail? That kind of looks like... What's that? I don't know I forget what it's called. I'm gonna say this, and then chat, you're gonna be like, what? Oh, wait a minute, he does have a point, right? You know that cactus? Elote? Is it? Elote? Right? You know that cactus that you can eat? Is it elote? I think it is, maybe. But you know the cactus that you can eat, right? It's that. Like, elote is corn. Oh wait, because that's not it. What is it? What is it called? Nopales. There we go. Yeah, nopales. There we go. It's beaver tails are basically just that. Nopales. It's that. Like, I want you to look at it and then look at a beaver tail and be like, oh yeah, that's just Nopales, right? Yeah, yeah. Now you will all see it, and you'll be like, you will not be able to unsee it. You. It's the same shape. It does. There we go. It does. Now you cannot unsee. I don't know if you can eat them. Are you seeing they're edible? I mean, there's always a first time, right? I'm not sure if you can eat it. We can eat cactus? Yeah, you can eat cactus. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool and badass how humans are able to just eat so many things. Can we even eat beaver? I think you cannot. I mean, can you, like, in the physical sense, eat a beaver? Yes. Can you, like, legally? I don't think so. I don't think you're allowed to kill animals on, like, those, like, parks. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that. But, like, there's something really cool about just humans growing in certain regions and then being all like, what can we eat here? And then just one group of humans just being like, you see that thing over there? That green thing with the spikes? I'm gonna eat that. And then they did. And it was delicious. I think it's great. I think it's really cool, you know? Watch now, Red, and see him eating paint thinner after turning it into cinnamon candy. I'm not sure if you should be eating paint thinner, but then again, there was a trend of people eating Tide Pods. I don't know if it was in my mind, it was an ironic trend. In my mind, it was like a joke of, haha, don't they look like candy? I want to eat that, you know? But no one ever actually ate it, is my interpretation. Right? But I know that there are probably people out there who actually did eat Tide Pods. Thankfully, I'm gonna hope that because of the bitterants that are added to the detergents, that they didn't like it and they spat it out. But yeah, there are people that ate. Yeah. If you've ever wondered why certain chemicals have a warning label that says, please do not eat this, there is a story behind all of those labels. In the same way that every single railing has a handguard, there is a story behind those handguards. Every single time you see a power box and you're like, wow, that power box has an excessive number of warning signs and danger symbols. Each one of those is a story. Sai, thank you for the super. Your mind will always surprise me. I suppose to be working on finances instead of thinking about beavers. Let's go. There is lore in everything. Yeah. Dude, I want to pick up a beaver. I want to pick up almost every single animal. Like every single small, oh my god, I saw like a video of like baby ferrets and I can't get them out of my mind. They're so cute. When you put it that way, you make it sound like the reverse is true. Where there isn't a handrail, there's a new story to be made there. Yeah, it's like a blank canvas. Or a blank sheet in a notebook. You know, you can write a story there. One that will leave a lasting impact. In the form of a handrail. Yeah, living noodles. The one that I saw was there was this one ferret who had a birthday. So what they did was they threw a little bouncy ball down a stair and the ferret went to go chase it. But right after they threw the bouncy ball, the person had like a tub of additional bouncy balls. And then they poured the whole thing down it. So the ferret was focused on the first bouncy ball and was chasing it. But then the rest of the bouncy balls got caught up with it. And it turned around and it was like... And because like there was this ocean, there was this like wave of like hundreds of bouncy balls all coming after it. So it was like, oh my god, wow. It was really cute. The ferret was deaf, yeah. And it was like, what's going on? What's with all these like shiny balls all over the place? It was really cute. I kind of want to pick up a ferret. I want to pick up a ferret like the same way you pick up a wet dish rag with a stick. Does it make sense? Akio, thank you for the super. Now Miss Kibas turned out to be artificial cherry flavor. Oh, that's kind of cool. I want to try it now. Okay, chat, I need you guys to visualize it. Get a beach towel. Okay, in your mind, visualize a beach towel, right? And then soak it, right? And then slap it on the ground, okay? Next, get a stick. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to gently poke the middle of the beach towel, but you wanna like scrunch it up. You just grab it and then you scrunch it up and so that it like pinches at a certain point, right? In the middle of the wet towel. And then you're gonna like lever the stick underneath it and then just lift it up. All right, so you have this like wet beach towel just kind of like draped over the stick, right? I want to pick up a ferret in that exact way. I want to get like a scooper and scoop the ferret, but like from the middle so that it like drapes, you know? Why not just use your hands though? There is a sensation that you have by holding the stick with the wet towel at the end of it that cannot be like accurately conveyed by using your hand, okay? Sasa, thank you for the 5 months. Okwedi. Asahi's goatee, thank you for the super. Did you know ferrets would show their owner their babies for approval? And if you didn't like the babies, they'd be like, okay, me too. Oh, wait, that's really cute. Oh, I would love them all. Love all the babies. Man. Don't wet the ferret. It's a descriptive way of trying to hold a ferret. My brain is just like that. If you've noticed, a majority of the stuff that I describe things in are things that I've done physically because that's how my brain works. I relate to things in the way that I have physically interacted with them, you know? Ferrets will let you hold their baby sometimes. Aww. You want to slinky a ferret? Yeah, I want to. It'd be so cute. Yeah. Cute, I don't want to imagine what would happen if you don't like baby ferrets. Oh. I don't know. I know like hamsters and gerbils will eat their babies. It's kind of wild. Did you know a group of ferrets is called a business? Oh, business ferrets. Oh. Have you picked up a ferret with a stick before? No, I have never picked up a ferret with a stick before, which is why I want to. But I have picked up wet towels with a stick before, which is like the closest thing I can visualize when it comes to picking things up like that. Or like in that general shape, you know? Ferrets in a business suit, ah, that'd be so cute. I've seen ferrets, videos of ferrets going wild over, what are they called again? You know those corrugated hoses that they use for like air ducts? Like they just get a whole bunch of those and they just like put them on the ground and then the ferrets have a blast. They run through those little corrugated ducts and they just love it because like, oh, tunnels. Oh yeah, tunnels. Let's go. Tunnel snakes rule, and they just like, you know, just like sprint through them. It's really cute. It's really cute. And then the other one is when they have like a bowl of macaroni. Well, not even a bowl of macaroni. They'll have like a big tub of macaroni and like little baubles and little trinkets and stuff. And then the little ferrets will just like dive into them and just have a fun. Oh my god, it's so cute. Yeah, the macaroni tub. It's so cute. Oh my god. Man, I want some ferrets. Yeah, but just like cocas with the same enthusiasm. I don't know enough about cocas. Not enough though. There's this Twitch streamer that has a dedicated ferret cam. Oh, I want to watch. It's a macaroni time. Have you seen them in packing peanuts? No. What did they do with packing peanuts? Did you guys know that there's a corn-based packing peanut that you can eat? I'm pretty sure I told this story before. Don't eat them. They're edible, but don't eat them. They're supposed to be biodegradable, but it also means that they're edible. Don't. It's just starch. It's just cornstarch. But like, it's not. It doesn't taste good. And no, roasting them over a fire does not help either. My coworker ate one. I wanted to be like, it's biodegradable, right? So it I mean, it's like, it's just starch. It's just cornstarch that's been puffed, right? The only thing that's missing is the cheesy dust coating on top of it. You know? Like, it can't be that bad, right? So in my mind, I visualized like an unflavored Cheeto Puff. And then it was not. It was more like, how to describe it? A stale corn-based marshmallow. Yeah. But, oh no. The better way to describe it would be a corn-based cotton candy that was packed into a peanut shape. Because it melted like cotton candy, but it had like the chew of a Cheeto Puff. But of a stale Cheeto Puff that had a little bit of a chew and a little bit of a give, so it wasn't crispy. You know? But what if it was made in a non-food safe place? Microplastics are everywhere. I've just come to terms with it. There's no way I can avoid microplastics. Like, people have found microplastics in like, what is it? Like blood? Like, just everyone's blood. So like, we all have microplastics already. So I'm just like, you know what? If I eat enough, maybe my body will become a cool exhibit. I'm not too worried about it at the moment. They're already inside. Exactly. Delicious microplastics. We're gonna be completely full of them. It's very sad, but there's not much we can do in the current system. Exactly. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, is it under your control? I mean, technically, but like, there's microplastics in vegetables at this point. So like, the effort that I would take to avoid them is just way too much. You know, we love microplastics. Yeah. Breast milk has microplastic and it's very concerning. Yeah, look, I don't know. Until we get to like Star Trek tier of technology where you can like scan the body and then just like teleport the pieces of microplastic out, I don't really think there's much that we can do about it. So, you know, they couldn't find a control group to test for microplastic effects because there is none. It almost reminds me, there is, like, what was it? Some scientists who make very, very delicate metal instruments need to take metal from World War I shipwrecks or something like that. I might be misremembering. I read this story a long time ago. Basically, because of the amount of nuclear radiation that's out there, you cannot find metal that's not been exposed to radiation. So what they do is they had to go into the ocean to find metal from shipwrecks that have enough water that like protects them from the radiation, so they're not as like affected. So if you want to make super delicate instruments out of metal, you gotta use that. Matthew, they give a super, the Shinri science team licking rocks and eating peanuts. Yeah. Low background steel. Yeah, that's what it's called. Before the nuclear bomb, we needed to use precious metals. It's kind of wild. It's kind of crazy. Kind of scary and knowledgeable. Yeah. You might be able to find a remote threat that doesn't have microplastics, but even then they might have them anyways because of how prevalent they are, how they can be spread. If you drink water, like, chances are there's microplastics somewhere in there. You know, like, you've got to have a really sophisticated water filtering system to get rid of it. That's gotta be the world's most finite supply of stuff. Yes. Well, I mean, there's other stuff that's like not super finite. Wait. There's a very specific niche thing that's like finite, but I can't remember what it was. Was it bananas? I think it was bananas, right? Like, all the bananas are corn or clones, and they aren't any more naturally growing bananas that can be genetically modified to like taste like the bananas we've got. Oh yeah, helium too. How micro is the microplastic? Very small. It is very small. Original Cavendish bananas are extinct. I'm so sad. Man. I like banana milk. I like banana milk. Banana milk is very nice. If I had to drink any kind of milk, it would be banana milk, strawberry milk, chocolate milk, and then regular milk. In that order. I like banana milk. Yeah. Have you tried Korean banana milk? I have, which is why I like banana milk so much. It's really tasty. Have you tried Java bananas? No, I haven't. Yeah, so bananas, the variety of bananas that we have are genetically modified so that they don't have seeds. If you look at wild bananas, they have a whole bunch of seeds in them. You can kind of tell where a seed would have grown in a modern banana if you take the banana and then you open it up carefully and then you look at the inside lining. There's like little dots of where the seeds would have been, but they've been genetically modified to not have seeds. So you can't take a banana, plant it in the ground, and get more bananas. That's not how you can do it. They have to be cloned. And the worry is that because they're all clones, if there is a virus or a fungus that is able to target that specific strain of bananas, then they're all gonna go die. Like, they're all gonna die. So, that's the big worry there. They used to have a lot of seeds. Yeah, mass-produced ones don't have it. See, banana leaf is expensive. I can't imagine. They would all have the same vulnerability. Yeah, that's the one. More scientific. If one of them is vulnerable, then they would all be vulnerable because they're all clones. You have to grow non-commercial species if you want something long-lasting. They're like very different from wild bananas. If you saw a wild banana, you would most likely not recognize it as a banana because it's so different from a commercial banana, you know? Florida's orange crops got hit hard a few years ago because fungal infestations of banana got hit by the same, they won't survive. Yeah. Is there a banana prime clone from? Maybe. Maybe. But at this point, I'm probably sure it's gone now. Control efforts are working better so far. Let's go. Banana seeds are large. Yeah. Wild banana seeds are huge. Which is why they have been selectively bred to have smaller and smaller seeds. To the point of no seeds. Man, I want a banana now. It's been a while since I've had a banana. Wow, banana seeds look like boba bubbles a bit. They kind of do, right? You can almost see where the seeds would have grown inside the banana fruit. The way that I would do it is you take a banana, you peel it, and then you had like the meat? I don't know what you call it. What do you call it? After you peel it, the thing that's left over, like the meat of the banana, is that what it is? I don't know, right? But basically, you get that, right? But if you look at the banana, it has like sides to it. You know? I don't know how to describe it. It's like a triangle. There's like a little triangle. That's not a triangle. It's like a peace sign. It looks like a peace sign. Like it's got the little Y, right? So if you see that, what you can do is you can kind of like gently break it apart and you get like little triangle bits of the banana. But like you take that, you break it apart. You don't cut it. You just break it apart, right? But like you get like little triangle pieces of banana, but it's still long shape, right? And if you look along the sides of those pieces, you can see the little dots where seeds would have grown. Yeah, there are 3 segments in the banana. I don't know how to describe them. Like banana pyramids? No, not pyramids. Triangular, elongated triangular things. I don't know. Wedges. Wedges is a great term for that. Yes. Banana wedges. Gamester, thank you for the 15 bucks. Just got here. We're talking about fungus infecting bananas. Starting banana apocalypse. Sounds right for Zatsu. Matthew, thank you for the super. Bananas won No Nut November, but at what cost? Right? Man. Spears like pickle. Oh, wait, that's pretty close. That's pretty accurate. Man. I still think pickling is Really cool. I wonder if this is what monkeys in enclosures discuss. Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool? Wait. Can you pickle a banana? I don't think you can. There's too much sugar in the banana, wouldn't it? Like, maybe? Could you? There's way too much sugar. It's gonna rot. That's what I think. You can pickle anything. Well, you can put anything into brine, but the thing is, like, whether it will be able to absorb the brine, right? It'd be mushy though. Yeah, that's what I figure. Like, it would just kind of rot. When it turns to banana mush, you get like banana flavored pickle juice. You can make wine from it. Ooh. Unripe bananas, maybe? Possibly. Possible to make banana into salty. Wait, that's true. You get bananas, then you slice them up, and then you dry them out into banana chips, and then you pickle the banana chips. Ooh. Wait, you could do that. Did you guys know that you can just buy like powdered vinegar? But the tangent isn't there, but like it's almost there. It's good enough for me, right? But you can get powdered vinegar, and I need to stop using that. I mean, I stopped using it because I don't have it here in Japan, but I have a canister of powdered vinegar that I have been using on chips, and I need to be stopped. It's so good. It's too good. Enticing thought, thank you for the 16-month. Okwedi. Due for the morning, but at least you have Shinri 3D to look forward to. You can do great. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, powdered vinegar. It's good. You know? Like, have you ever wanted sea salt and vinegar chips? Well, you can go ahead and add your own powdered vinegar to it, and it's so good. Oh my god. So what you do is you open the bag, you just dump some powdered vinegar in there, and you shake it up. You shake. And it's so good. Oh my god. Salt and vinegar chips whenever you want. Exactly. And the thing is, because you can adjust the amount of vinegar you want versus the amount of salt you want, you can tailor it exactly to your taste. And oh god, I love it. This powdered vinegar? Yeah. Let me go look it up. What's it called? Like Amazon. I bought it off of Amazon. Like powdered vinegar. The brand I have is in like a clear bottle with the blue label on it, but I don't see it on here. Maybe it's because I'm only looking at it from Japan. But yeah, you can get like malt vinegar powder, and then you can just add it to your chips. So good. Develops gout by consuming too much powdered vinegar. No. Speaking of gout, chat, did you guys know boba causes gout? Speaking of gout, chat, did you guys know boba causes gout? Don't drink just boba. You want to drink water too. Yeah. It causes constipation too. That too. But like it gets you like crystals in your joints that hurt. So yeah. It like makes your body grow like mineral crystals inside your joints. It's tapioca. Yeah, the tapioca, the boba pearls, the tapioca pearls, right? If you eat too much of it, it grows like little crystals inside your joints. So be careful about that. It predominantly affects your feet. So like the toe, the joints, your ankle, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, you get hella uric acid. So yeah, milk tea is fine. It's the tapioca pearls though. You don't want that. this is why you should also be drinking water. Please be drinking regular water. Also, don't like, water is good for you, just to like avoid kidney stones in general, or like bladder stones. Like, just water is good. Water is good for you. A lot of water. Keep drinking more water, right? If you think you had enough water, no, you didn't. Drink more water. Yeah. I learned about kidney stones, and then I made a vow to myself to never experience that ever again. Or not again. Just never experience that to begin with, right? So I just drink a lot of water. Yeah, not too much water though. Not too much water. Is popping bubble bad? Well, the thing is, like, it's not bad for you. It's the volume. It's the quantity. If the only thing you do is drink boba, with the pearls for like, you know, a month straight, then that's problematic, right? But like, you can have it as a treat once in a while. Just don't make it an everyday thing. Like, there was this one story that I read of this one person drinking like, was it like 10 cans of like Red Bull, I think, like an energy drink, 10 cans of energy drink, and their like blood pressure shot up so high because just like their blood was like, how was it described as? It was described as gooey. So like, don't do that. A chubby emu, I'm pretty sure. I think so, maybe. I've seen way too many chubby emu things. That kind of stuff is wild. It's like, this student woke up and stubbed their toe on a table. This is what happened to their brain. And it's like, what? Excuse me? What happened? Or like, this frat boy thought he was drinking beer, but he was drinking this other chemical, and this is what happened to his lungs. And it's like, what? Excuse me. And have you seen the video of the guy who dissolved a Coke can to see what the lining looks like? I think I've seen that one. I don't remember it, but I vaguely thought it was like really cool because it got like really like soft and brittle, I think is the word. Yeah. Stuff like that scares me. It scares me, but at the same time, I am morbidly curious about it. I see it, I'm like, whoa, give me more of that. I don't know. I just, like, there's something about the fact that, like, life is so fleeting, you know? Like, one day, you're just doing a thing, drinking 20 cans of Red Bull every single day for 6 months. You know, there's normal things, right? And then the next day, you have a heart attack. And like, you know, I don't know why, but it's just like the morbid, like, it's just, I don't know. There's this one video that lives rent-free in my head. And it's kind of creepy. Because it involves like this cicada, I think. I think it was a cicada or a bee. It was like a bug that was like, and I was making a lot of noise, right? And it got caught by a praying mantis. And then the praying mantis was like doing praying mantis things, like i.e. just eating it alive, right? And because it's a praying mantis, they're kind of crazy. They will literally just grab everything and start eating away at it, right? And the reason why it startled me and the video like still sticks in my head so much is because the entire time, like, I think it was a bee. Or was it a cicada? I don't know. It was like making noise. It was like it wasn't screaming, but it's like, you know how like cicadas like scream? It just like, right? Like, it was like screaming, right? So it's screaming, and then the praying mantis, being the terrifying monster it is, was just eating it, right? It's buzzing, yeah. So it's buzzing, but the praying mantis was starting from the head. So like, it's eating, and the little bug is like buzzing, and then the praying mantis just keeps eating the head of this insect, and then at some point it gets to the brain, and like the praying mantis takes a single bite, and then the bug just stops buzzing. It just goes completely quiet. And I'm like, oh my god. Whoa. Jeez. You know? It's terrifying. Yeah. It's scary. Like, just like how quickly that happens, you know? Found the off switch. Oh my god. Ooh. Praying mantises are creepy. They scare me, man. That's how mantises do. We should check out the backyard. We get a bunch of mantis in the summer. That's, oh man, I could not. Spider eating 2 praying mantis and could not give. It was cannibalizing the other. Oh my god. Yeah, praying mantises are creepy. They are terrifying. There was this one. Was it Planet Earth? Was it Planet Earth? It was one of the documentaries with David Attenborough, but he was talking about like mantises and stuff, and like they will eat anything. It's crazy. I think I saw a video of one eating a hummingbird. Yeah, praying mantises are scary. I'm really glad that praying mantises cannot get bigger than a certain size. They hit like a foot long, and then they stop growing. Like, they don't get bigger than that. But like, that's kind of spooky. Some male spiders often bring food gifts to females to give them to keep themselves from being eaten. That's kind of smart. Yeah. Yeah, a foot long. Like, they don't get much bigger than that, you know? Don't jinx it. Oh my goodness. Also, like, crabs. Like, spider crabs with their super long legs. But, like, they look terrifying and horrific. But they're actually super chill and they just want to vibe. Yeah, they look scary, but they're actually, like, super gentle and they just kind of vibe on their own. Like, they don't really do much. Because they're, what are they called again? They're, like, detritus feeders. Their primary diet is just eating dead things. So they don't do much. They just kind of vibe and they just like oh cool, look, it's some fish meat on the ocean floor. I'm gonna eat that, right? And they just eat those, right? That's all they do. They just kind of vibe. Oh yeah, coconut crabs are terrifying because they can they got massive pincers. Yeah, massive pincers. But like spider crabs, they just look scary, but they're super chill. Also, they're very slow. They just take things really easy. I like them. Big boy crabs, yeah. I hear that coconut crabs are not tasty, which is why they are not eaten, despite the fact that their claw has a bunch of meat in it. Which only makes me want to eat them more, because I think to myself, how bad could it be, you know? They're toxic? Is that why? I'm sure there's a way you can cook them. I'm sure you could cook them to get rid of the toxins. Maybe watch Masaru eat it. I watched a video of Masaru eating jellyfish, and like it stung the inside of his mouth the whole time, and he just couldn't get it to like work. After going to because I gave my new tattoo. Oh, hope it turns out well. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the super. First thing I hear in the morning if something eats dead stuff, looking forward to the VOD. Yeah, we are. This is like just regular Zatsu, I guess, at this point. Oh no, I cannot read the name though. I feel like I remembered the name a while back, but I don't remember it anymore. I'm so sorry. Cookie? Was that the name? I'm so sorry. No, I think that's another... Wait. No, I'm so sorry. I've forgotten how to read. I cannot read. Got someone with kanji. Kanji in the name. I cannot read it. Shu! Shu, thank you. Thank you, chat. Shu, thank you so much for 16 months. Alkoidi, thank you. I will practice. I will read at some point. I will learn to read it. I have to practice. I have to study. I'm studying hiragana right now. That's all I got. I don't have anything. Good luck on katakana. Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. Coconut crab is eaten as a delicacy, regarded as an aphrodisiac. Man, why are humans like such like horn dogs? You know, I keep hearing things about like aphrodisiacs, and I'm like, what? They're like, oh, if you eat like oysters, it's an aphrodisiac, and I'm like, you think I can afford oysters? Like, it's $2 per an oyster. Like, no one's who's got that money, right? and they're like, oh, if you eat this plant, it's gonna make you more like virile or something like that, right? It's like, it's just called a horny goat weed because the weed itself is it's not actually that kind of horny. Like, it's the name of a plant. You could name the plant literally anything, you know? Like, no, that's not how it works. It's just the name that we gave. It's an arbitrary thing, you know? Thorny? No, it's horny. It's literally just called a horny, like, goat weed or something like that. But it's not like, it's not that kind of horny, you know? Yeah, it just means hard. Like, it's a descriptor of the type of weed. But the thing is, people see it like, oh, horny? Ha ha ha. It's gonna, like, no, that's not how it works, you know? Like, you're not, yeah, wrong horny. Lettuce used to be eaten as an aphrodisiac. What is it, like? They're like, oh, if you eat like the horn of a, like, if you get the horn of a rhinoceros and you powder it, then you're gonna become as hard as a rhino. It's like, what? No, that's not how it works, you know? But like, there's something about it, because I've read so much. There's like so much like folklore about like, if you eat this, if you eat that, it makes you more like, I don't know, just okay. Maybe there is like historical reasons for it and like cultural stuff, you know? People are lonely and horny, but that's the thing. People have been lonely and horny for ages, you know? It's like, the best way I would describe it would be the equivalent of one of those gas station pills, right? But out in the wild, right? You're like, I don't know what this is. It's a combination of various plants and animal parts, but if I ground it up into a powder and I drink it, it's gonna make me better. Like, that kind of stuff, you know? Matthew, the marketing they like how lobsters went from prisoner food to luxury delicacy. Consider the lobster for school. Oh, yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff, you know? It's all about like, framing it, you know? Fully convinced is placebo 95% of the time. There's no actual way. Okay, here's the thing. Historically, humans have not been very good at like reproduction. Like, there is a reason why back in the olden days the goal was to have many kids, because most of them would die very young. Like, health and sanitation was not very good. So you would have many kids die very young, right? So the idea was, I need to be like healthy and fit and able to reproduce to have many kids so that a few of them survive to adulthood, right? I need 12 children to run my farm. Yeah, infant mortality was huge, right? So that's kind of like the anthropological, is that the right anthropological thing? But like, it's kind of like, that's the reason why, like, you needed to have a lot of kids so that some of them survive, right? And in order to have a lot of kids, you have to be like virile, that word, right? Yeah, life expectancy was 30s and 40s, right? So like, that's kind of what like people wanted, you know? So like, there's that whole like, what is the word, like, not culture, but it's like the mysticism, like the folklore, kind of like, oh, the old wives' tale of, oh, if you drink this, then you'll be able to have more children because it makes you blah blah blah, this, that, or whatever, right? Fertile. I don't want to say fertile, because in fertile, when I say fertile, I think of like soil. I think of like dirt, you know, like fertile soil. Myth, home remedies, old wives' tales, that kind of stuff, right? So the idea was, oh, you know, this is supposed to make me, you know, healthier so that I can raise more children, right? So like, I understand the anthropological reasoning for why, you know, that kind of like supplements, I guess would be the best way to put it, like ancient supplements. Like, I can understand why, right? Superstition, that's a good way. Yeah, it's like a superstition, you know? Just be a species that takes a shotgun approach. Hundreds of rabbits. No, that's terrible. I forget what's like the K species or like the L species or whatever. I don't know. I learned this a long time ago in like ecosystem class or whatever. There's like bugs that have thousands. Yeah, are selected. There's something selected type, right? There's like the bugs that have like millions of eggs, but very few of them survive because the majority of them die off very quickly. And then you have like the other species, which are like you only have a couple, but a majority of them end up surviving all the way to adulthood. Things like that. K is for intensive resources. R was for many. There we go. I don't remember. I did not remember that, but thank you for reminding me. Yeah. There's other larvae who eat each other. Yeah, right? It's really cool. It's been years since my classes, so I might be getting them reversed. Same. It's been like 1.5 decades. So I don't remember either. Artemis to the point. Thank you so much for the 1 month. Upgrade. Yeah, it's been many years. I like how I learn something completely random every time I watch your Zatsu stream. Let's go. That's all I've got. It's just a collection of random stuff in my head. K, carrying capacity of the environment. R is reproductive rate. There we go. R is many, K is few. Yeah. We're learning, chat. Made thank you so much for the 15 months. Happy to catch you live after 1 million years. Man. Would I still be streaming after 1 million years? I want to know in 1 million years what it would look like. Wait, no, we gotta go back to the previous topic. But like, it makes sense, right? Like, it's, you want to be viral? Why is that so difficult for me to say? I want to say viral, but it's not viral. It's virile. Viral? Is it virile? I don't know. Matthew, thank you for that super. You were in school back when Pluto was a planet. God, it was. Yeah. Viral? Fecund? Horny. There we go. Okay, it's just you want to be horny to have many kids because sanitation and infant mortality rates were really high and you needed bodies to work on the farm, right? So you needed things to make you horny, which is why all these things came about. You're like, oh, if you eat oysters kind of look like this, so if you eat it's gonna make you horny, right? Ha ha ha. And then it's like, I don't think that actually works. I'm pretty sure, because here's the thing. If humans had like catnip, what's that thing called? Pheromones? No, not pheromones. Wait, pheromones are what ant uses to communicate. Like the thing that happens with cats when you have like catnip. You know how they have this instinctive need, right? Like, is it hormones? Is it pheromones? I don't know. Most animals use pheromones. Maybe heading into the Omegaverse. But here's the thing. If there was such a thing like that, we would already have discovered it. You know? It's just drugs for catnip. Yeah. And it is what ants do too. Yeah, this is true. A lot of animals and insects communicate with chemicals. I mean, like, humans also do that too, right? Humans have pheromones. I don't know if we actually do. I don't know if we actually do. Like, back when I was in college, I used to read up on a lot about it because I'm just like, wow, like, humans are animals. Okay, I had the realization that humans are animals, right? Like, back in college. Because up until I gained consciousness, right? Or, like, self-awareness, I guess, I've always thought, like, oh, humans are humans, right? Like, we're kind of cool, like humans, right? And then, like, I realized, wait, no, we're not actually humans. We're also just animals. We just happen to be, like, weird. You know? Like, we happen to make up things like rent and taxes. And now we're just miserable, right? Like, I had that realization back in college, right? And I'm like, wait, if humans are animals, then, like, how do animals work? right? So I like read into that, right? And like, yes, there are smells, but I don't know if humans have like pheromones. You know? Like there isn't like there's like the mob effect, right? Like when they have a whole bunch of people, like you can see this a lot in like frat boys. Like if you just get a whole bunch of guys together and they like do something, they just kind of become like, they get into like the mob mentality, right? But like it's not because of pheromones, you know? It's because of like social things, like social pressures and like peer pressure and all that, right? It's not like a bee that's like, there is an invader here, and it stings someone and it releases a pheromone, and then the other bees are like, I smell that pheromone, that means that there is an attacker, we must defend our hive, and then they get aggressive at the thing that was just stung, right? It's not like that. It's more of a social thing, social dynamic in nature, right? It wasn't like one guy in a mob releases a pheromone and then the other guys in the mob smell the pheromone and are like, oh, we gotta be manly dudes and let's go push that car over, right? It's not like that, right? Does a deodorant count as a pheromone? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's a plant that guards against caterpillars by signaling wasps. Yeah. But like that's an actual chemical, you know? That's an actual chemical. When the caterpillar bites into the leaf, when that part of the leaf is exposed to the oxygen in the air, it releases a chemical that attracts parasitic wasps to come and lay eggs in that caterpillar, right? But that's an actual chemical that scientists can pull out and detect, right? I don't think that there is a pheromone that is an actual chemical that humans release in that kind of way. Because if there is, we would have articles about it. We would have papers about it. Like there would be things documenting it, you know? But like humans don't do that, you know? Like I know every single person quotes that one, by the way, chat, it's one. Actually no, it was two. It was two. There were two studies. I don't know if there were any like follow-ups or like what's the word? The thing you do with the study where you do the same study again to see if you can get the same result. What's it called? Not peer reviews. It's replication study. Is it? Replication study, I think. Yeah, like a reproduction or replication study. Not a peer review, because a review is simply just like looking at what that study is and then just saying, okay, does this check? Does this make sense, right? Yeah, a replication study, replicability. I don't think we have had those. There's that one study that people keep like citing. Like there was a whole bunch of guys who were asked to go to sleep with a t-shirt. Like just a regular shirt, right? It's all the same, right? A whole bunch of guys were asked to go to sleep with the shirt on, and the next morning, the researchers went and collected the shirts and put them in a box, right? And then they had a group of women just smell the shirts, and based off that smell alone, like just based off of that, decide which one you are most attracted to. And the study specifically was looking for like what attributes were like women found attractive, because they were looking at genetics, you know? Peter, thank you for the super. But humans are made for separate animals. I won't deny the fact that we are obviously similar. Humans truly are unique and amazing. I don't know if we really are. I think there's a lot of design flaws. When the smells mixed together, no. It was like each dude who wore a shirt wore the shirt, and then they put the shirt in a separate box, right? So it's just that, okay? But basically, the study found that in that sample size of women, they were most attracted to the t-shirt that came from the guy who had the most dissimilar genes. And that's it. That's all it said. The women, when they were asked to smell the shirt, found the shirt that smelled the most pleasant to them belonged to the guys who had the most dissimilar genes. And they hypothesized that there's probably a reason why, and the reason is the more dissimilar genes you have, the more likely that your offspring will have better genes as a result, right? Like you have that diversity, exactly, the diversity, right? But that's all it said. It didn't say anything about whether you are actually attracted to the individual. It's just you smell things, and whatever smells most dissimilar to your genes is kind of attracted to you. That's all it says. It doesn't say anything about like personal attraction. It doesn't say anything about like compatibility. It doesn't say anything about like whether you actually would be good partners, right? The only thing it says is this small sample set of women liked the smell of the shirt from the guys with the most dissimilar genes. That's the only thing. But people take that study and they go running wild with it. They're like, oh, you can smell your soulmate. No, that's not how, that has nothing to do. Like, how did you go from smelling something and be like, okay, that's kind of cool. It's a neat fact that you can smell like genetic differences, right? Like, that's really cool. It's a cool fact, right? But then they run all the way to the end and they just make up wild, like, oh, you could smell your soulmate. Like, no, that's not what the study said, you know? That's not what the study found. Stop like exaggerating it. Attractive mate by acquiring Chico genes. Thank you for the super, Matthew. Sniff of the soul, just genetic differences. No, like that's not how it works. That's like no, you know, like man, it's like that one XKCD comic that's like, oh hey, was it when the next time you read a study that says this certain chemical is able to cure cancer in test tubes, also remember so does a gun, right? So it's like it's a small little petri dish with like a little bit of cancer smell on it, or like cancer cells on it, right? And then the next panel is a stick figure with a gun aimed at the petri dish with the cancer cell, you know? Like, it's don't take scientific studies, especially one that hasn't had many replication studies done on it, or is like, you know, saying things that it isn't saying, right? The alphas and the omegas going to pound town with this one. Is that like, if pheromones did exist though, like, do you know how much of like, oh my god, conventions, Chad. Think about it this way. Yeah, correlation is not causation. That's also a good thing to remember. Okay, but here's the thing, Chad. If you have been to anime conventions, if you've been to video game conventions, Magic the Gathering conventions, right? And if you've been there, you know the smell, right? If humans actually did have pheromones, could you imagine how much worse that would be? Right? If you think just simple body odor is bad enough, right? Honestly, this is why I think it's fine that we don't really have pheromones. That's okay with me. I don't need all that kind of stuff, right? Conventions already stink and it's not pheromones. Exactly. We don't need more of it. We don't need more of it, Chad. But that makes you smell 90% the people you would not like. Exactly. Right? Class with Shinri Sensei. Oh, do I have membership for 6 months? Let's go. No, I bunny yokwadi. Thank you for the 6 months. Man. Omegas would be living a hell life. You would have to be very careful about your hygiene. Like, you would have to shower consistently. You would have to take care of your, like, sweat. You'd have to take care of your clothing. Like, you had to be on top of it, you know? If we evolved that way, we would already be accustomed to it. Right? But we're not. Which is why I don't think, like, pheromones really do have anything. Like, I haven't seen studies that show humans have pheromones. And honestly, I think it's okay. I think it's good. A VTuber, I was at a convention and a fan tried to give them deodorant. They signed it and gave it back, not realizing they were sticky. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Wow. That's impressive. Good evening, Shinri. There will be a 3D presentation day after tomorrow. Are you nervous? I am nervous. Express your enthusiasm as much as possible in Japanese. Ii ne. That's all I can say. I don't know. I don't know. Nah, no koiri. Thank you for the membership. My first time in a con was when I was 12 with a lot of people much taller than me combined with the odor. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, koiri, thank you for the membership. So desu ne. Right? Yeah. Waku waku. Yeah, waku waku. Waku waku. What is it? Tanoshimi? Like, it's not the fun, but it is the expectation of fun. Tanoshimi? I think. I don't know. I'm bad at this. I am. Are you nervous? Yeah, I am nervous. I didn't feel the nervousness until the tweet went out, and I was like, oh god, it's actually happening. Whoa. Yeah, Tanoshimi. Looking forward to it. Yeah. Tanoshimi. Nihongo jozu desu ne. So desu ne. That's all I got. That's all I got, chat. Yeah. Tasketti. Yeah. I'm trying not to think about it because the more I think about it, the more anxiety hits, which is why I've been like not active on social media, because I saw that go out and I was like, oh, that's right. It's happening. So I logged out of my Twitter account and I haven't like checked back on it. I have it on my phone though. But yeah, we've discussed 3D for so long it barely feels like it's real. It feels like it's over. Is in my head, okay? Like, Bedel is done with his, and he's been done with it for like a month and a half or a week and a half, right? And Haka and Flayan just did theirs, right? So they're like, the way they talk and the way they're just using the model, they're like on the in our Discord chats, so like they're sharing photos of each other. It's like, oh yeah, we're done. It's over, right? But then I realized, wait, I'm not done yet. It's coming up. It's coming up, right? So like the boys are already done, and they're the ones that hang out with the most. So the conversation is like, oh, it's really fun that we're done with the 3Ds, right? So like in my mind, I've already tricked myself into thinking I've already done. You know? Relo, hello. Thank you so much for the super. Since we're on this talk right now, how about this topic? How do chat know that this certain VTuber will be my Oshi Kami Oshi for real, for real? I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for the super. Robot Peter Okwedi, thank you for the 16 months. Why does your Bob Yagu let you have 2 3D debuts? Okwedi Okwedi. Aaron Celeste, Okwedi Okwedi. Thank you for ripping the membership. I don't know how people pick Oshis or Kami Oshis. Like the vibes, we sniff the vibes, just you kind of smell like a bug. Wait, that's a really old meme. That one is ancient. But I don't know. Like when, like, I don't know. I follow a few content creators myself. Sammy, thank you for the 16 months. Best of luck with your 3D street. Thank you. I watch a few content creators myself, and mostly it's like the vibes. You know, if they're just chill, it's, you know, I like them. I just watch them and I'm like, cool. But I like an Oshi, picking a Kami-Oshi. Who's your favorite YouTuber? I don't have a favorite YouTuber. I mean, I have YouTubers that I watch a lot of, but I don't know if I would say that they're my favorite. You know? I don't know if that's like my commitment issues coming back up again, because I'm like, would I, like, what qualifies as favorites? You know, like, what does that mean? What does it mean to have a favorite, you know? Like, I watch a lot of history. I like, oh, MRE Steve, you know, the guy who eats MREs. Like, I watch a lot of his stuff. I don't know if I would say he's like an Oshi of mine. Like, I just think his videos are neat, you know? It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, right? Like, he eats it and he just talks about it, and it's like, yeah, I like the vibes. You know, it's not too loud, it's not too crazy, consistent pacing, it's nice, you know? Thank you for re-up with that membership. Welcome back. Welcome back. Matthew, thank you for the super, like, Markiplier. My meat space Oshi vine sauce Oshi. They're a little bit too loud for me. They're a little bit too loud. Psyche, thank you so much. Okoidi, thank you for re-upping the membership. Welcome back. I don't know though. Like I have people I watch, but I don't really know what it means to be like an Oshi, you know? Bandit Carbine, thank you. Hey Shinri, I successfully spread this last pheromones and hooked some of my new friends and started turning them into coins. By the way, love the science facts you were talking about earlier. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super. No, not the... You've heard of... What is it? You've heard of gamer girl bathwater, but are you prepared for VTuber pheromones? Dark Boy Jazz, thank you for the 9 months. Upgoity, can't wait to see him 3D. Goober finally hit 3D along with the rest of the boys. They grow up so fast. Yeah. I don't want to think about it. Anxiety. Let's go. Matthew, thank you for the super. Oshi is like when you're like, this streamer is my guy. I don't know what that means though. Like there are role models I have. Well, not anymore. Like, I used to have role models. Like, there are people I'd watch and be like, hey, I like their content. They're very cool. They seem really chill. And that's it. You know, like, I don't know if I'd be like, you know, like they're my guy. Like, I don't know. Oshi is push in Japanese, I think. Yeah, like, that's kind of what it is, right? Like, the reason why you're Oshi is because, like, you want to push them to, like, be the best that they can. But I don't know. Like, role models. I used to have role models. I don't have role models anymore. It's hard for me to have role models because this is gonna sound terrible. But, like, people are people, you know? Like, people are people. You know the adage, don't meet your role models, don't meet your heroes, right? Because when you meet them, you're like, oh, you're not that great as I thought you would be. You know, like, I've had too many of those experiences. So I don't have role models anymore, you know? P, thank you for the super. I hope everything runs smoothly. Can't wait for the 3D showcase. We're ready for you. You're out, Oshi, because you're unapologetically bright, intelligent, passionate about you. You could do this. Thank you. I'll try my best. There's a lot gotta keep practicing, but thank you, Matthew. Not just my guy. Quite bang inside for Oshi. Thank you. Give it a super. How many of your dreams shattered? Who hurt you? I'm 30 if that gives you an accurate like age classification. Ask your millennial friends if they're okay. Please do check in on your millennial friends. Weird logo though. Thank you for the super. You know who your Kami Oshi is when you first see them, and Dream Woman plays in your head like Wayne's World. Also starting a new job on Monday. Let's go! Congrats on that new job. I hope it goes well. Let's go. Thank you for the super. But here's the thing. I can't... that doesn't jive with me though. Is the thing. You know? Like, because it goes back to my commitment issues. Right? Because I was raised by boomers who are like, oh, young Shinri, you need to go find your one true passion, right? And like logically, I felt that I learned later on that when they say you gotta find your passion, it's just like pick up a job, any job, and that job will pay for your house, that job will pay for your car, you'll be able to afford a family and have like summer vacations. Like it was just get a job, right? That was basically it. Like, did you like it? No, but did it pay? Yeah, that's all you needed, right? Like I understood logically later on, right? But I was kept being reminded, you have to find that one passion, you know? Taco, thank you for the super. We all know who's your Kamiyoshi. Just look into the mirror and I see a fish. I just see Puniko. Puniko would be my Kamiyoshi. Thank you for the super, Taco. Thank you for the super. But like, that's the thing, you know? Is there a content creator who you would never try to miss their content? No? I can't think of anyone. Like, I'm busy, you know. Bronze, Okwedi, thank you for the 10 months. Looking forward to Phoebe, thank you. Raylan, thank you for the super. I knew you were my Oshi when I realized the pond was the place I wanted to be. Aww, that's really sweet. Also, hey Aka, good to see ya. We know Shinri, Kami, Oshis, opossums. Opossums are great. I love opossums. They're so cute. The little grabby hands, the really round ears, the way they scream. Oh my god, they go ah. Yeah, I'm saying, like, God, just spirit animal. My mental state every single day. Possum or a ferret though, it'd have to be a possum. No contest. They're so cute. I love them. They look so fuzzy. They're not like they don't look soft like a cat. They look like an old sock that's been washed into a washing machine too many times, because they don't look smooth soft. They look fuzzy soft, you know? Like, there's a difference between a cat who's really soft and you're like, oh, you look like a really soft cat, right? And then you look at an opossum and you're like, what happened to you, right? But like, they still look really soft. They're scraggly. Yeah, like a scraggly saw. Like, it's so cute. It's so cute. I like them. Also, they don't live that long. Like 3 to 4 years, maybe 5 years. So if you see an opossum, make sure you leave them alone. Let them just continue being opossums. Yeah. Evolution hit them with the bonk hammer. I don't know though, like, before I joined HOLOSTARS, like, I had time to watch other streamers, you know? But now that I don't have time. I don't have time. My live to give it the super. Wait, was it your passion? Graphics design? It is only like a fleeting passion. Periodically comes here and there. And now you don't. Yeah. Rip to the idle life. I think it'll get better once things settle down. But yeah, it's like, you know, back then I used to just like, I would have streamers on at work. I'd be like working and just leave the stream on in the background, and then like just kind of have them on, comment here and there whenever I got the chance. But not anymore. Evolution has many grudges against many animals. It's wild if you think about it. It's kind of cool though. Like, despite all of those things, the ones that survive are still going through. You know, they're still going strong. Thought you were gonna say you're a possum before you watch streams at 1.5 speed. Technically research for content creation. I can't. The vibes aren't the same if you're going at at 1.5 speed, you know? Tempest Week 2 is on the horizon. That's right, the Tempest anniversary is coming up next year too. Thanos stabbed. Got thrown into the idle pool and now time to swim. Good thing we fish. Yeah. I don't know. Like, at this point in my life, if they are on, like if they're streaming while I am working and I'm like, I need some background noise, and I have seen enough tasting history or what's the other one? Townsend's? Like, I don't want to see Townsend's again for the 900th time. I want something different, right? Like, if I'm working and they happen to be live and I like their vibes, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll watch them, you know, and I'll just like put on streamers, you know. I mean, thank you for the 16 months. 16 months. Glad you and the boys got 3D models. Good luck with the showcase. Thank you. I'll try my best. Thank you. Yeah, tasting history with Max Miller. Uke based taste. What does that based mean? I see it a lot. I've never understood it. That's how I am too, right? Like if it's on, if they're on, then that's great. If they're like, if I look at the streaming channels and I'm like, you know, then I'll just go back to rewatching like another episode of like, I don't know, Foodies or what was that one? Dancing Bacon YouTube channel. They do a whole bunch of like food videos. Yeah, those are good too. Good opinion. Usually somewhat against the norm. I suppose. I don't know. I think I'm pretty vanilla. I think I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to a lot of things. But yeah. Complex apartment. I find it very simple actually. I haven't seen you live in forever. I've been busy. I've been having things constantly like coming up, and I'm looking forward to getting back to like a regular schedule at some point. Wait. Doesn't seem like you're special with your train of thought. I mean, you're kind of spicy. I mean, I'm like, am I spicy? I don't think I'm spicy. I've been described as spicy as a bag of flour. So Shoot, thank you for the super. Can confirm while working. Can confirm that working while listening to Shinri Yap is a very comforting experience. It's helping me focus right now. Glad to hear it. Thank you for the super. Subtle pepper spice. Black pepper taste is you. Really? I don't. Spicy roomy from flour and stuff. You're a little spicy. I think I'm like, what's the phrase? Like, nah, I think I'm pretty vanilla. I can't think of like how spicy I am. You know? Spicy like a cinnamon jelly bean. Yeah. Mild pepper. I don't know. My tastes are pretty like neutral. I don't know. Flour is flammable, by the way, but that's not spicy, you know? You are the spice when someone rubs their eye after cutting a jalapeno. It surprises us when we least expect it. I'm pretty sure you expect it when you've been cutting jalapenos, right? Although I know that pain. I have done that accidentally myself. You're one of the spices that don't burn on the tongue but leave a warm feeling in your belly. Oh, I like those. If there's Sichuan peppers that make your mouth a little numb and just kind of like, feels nice and toasty. Yeah, sometimes we forget. It's like a normal curry spice, the one that ends very quickly. I see. Shinri is as warm and cozy as sitting by the warm fireplace drinking hot chocolate. See, that's the kind of spicy I think. I don't know. My taste is like, your lore and love of monster girls makes you a little spicy. I mean, it's not specifically like the monster aspect of the monster. You know, like it's not specifically that. Yeah, go to Nate to give it a super. Furikake Ochibi seasoning. Thank you. Okay. So like, let's talk about an example. Okay, we're gonna talk about an example. The example is, you know that really pretty tourist bus from Pacific Drive, right? The giant like mannequin hand with the thick mannequin in the middle of it, right? So the reason why is there were like other mannequins like coming out of it. Like there's something about like that like adhesion, like the connectedness, the bodies and the forms of the mannequins like merging and fusing into itself and turning into this really beautiful flower like object, right? Like it's not the fact that it's a monster, okay? It's not the fact that it is a hazard. It's the fact that when they are put together, they like merge and fuse into each other. You know? Speaking of flesh amalgamation, have you seen the movie Zygo? I have not. But like, we will never get perms for this game, so I'm just gonna talk about it. Scorn. Okay? There's something that's like really cool about like that thing. It's like, okay, so like halfway through Scorn, there's like this parasite that jumps down on you and it like merges with your back. It like it looks like the parasite. It looks like the face hugger from the Alien series, right? It looks like that, right? But what it does is it like wraps around you, it gets its claws and it digs them into your character's like chest, and it like gets its tail, and its tail like stabs itself and merges with your arm. And it is through that merging you're able to access like additional weapons and stuff, because like it gives you more power, right? But like, it's not just the fact that it's like a creepy monster, right? It's the fact that it like combines with you. You know? That sounds so cool, but also kind of gross. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like that kind of like connectedness. You know? Like the closeness is what you're into. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the close. Like it's not necessarily just the closeness. It's like the connection, right? It's like a parasite homie or a pet. Yeah. Symbiote? Does it talk to you? No, it doesn't talk to you. It actively hurts you. And in one part, I think you have to like solve a puzzle to get it off of you. Like Venom, yes, but more neutral, not like in love. Does it make sense? Like Venom and Eddie are in love, but like that's too clear cut. Is the thing, you know? Like Eddie, Venom, they're in love. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's written into the story that they're in love. That's like obviously they're like they love each other, right? Like obviously, right? But like I don't want it to be that obvious, you know? Like I want it to be like it's a parasite, but you're not really sure if it is, like if it's even sentient or anything. Yeah, it's too easy, right? That's what I'm saying, right? Like the writers write them to be partners. And I don't want that. I want it to be like, this thing is going to attach itself to you, and you're not sure if it's like friendly, but now it's part of you, right? More like Parasite, the manga. Well, the alien, Migi, I think it's called. They name it Migi. Where like you're not sure if it's like really friendly, like it's actively trying to kill you, but it doesn't work, and you're like, well, now we're stuck together, and it's like, let's I guess we've got to make things work, right? Things like that, you know. so like that's kind of it's like the merging part of that, right? It's not like the merging because like they're in love. It's like merging because it's just what the organism does, right? So when I see like that hand, the mannequin flower coming out, like the new blue beetle, there we go, yeah, like that, right? So like the mannequin hand, like they're merging together. It's not like because the mannequins are in love with each other that they merge. It just is a thing that happens, right? But they are merged together, and like their form, their like corporeal bodies are like tied and interconnected together. You know, things like that. You know, do you want a parasite hand like that? Not really. I like my hands. I like being able to cook. You know, isn't it like a symbiotic relationship for survival? Yes, but the thing is, like, the power of writers and authors, I guess, like when it is written that the two characters are supposed to be in love, it's like, okay, I get it, right? But like when you see that flower, right, the tour bus, and you see all those mannequins together, right? There is no writer writing an overall plot saying these are like they're supposed to be together, right? Like there isn't that kind of writing, this overarching plot that combines and brings them together. Like it's just a thing that happens, you know? And like that's kind of like what's like cool about it. But yeah. Have you ever thought about writing poems? I play your poem reading videos. No, I'm not that creative. I'm not that creative, so I don't really write too many things. No, I'm money. Thank you for the super. Now that's the reason you're my Oshi, because your taste for horror is similar, and I respect that. Let's go. Yeah, thank you for the super. But no, my I'm not that creative when it comes to like coming up with new things. My creativity is different. It's like I'm really good at optimizing systems and processes. So like if there's a procedure to do something, right? I'll see it and I'm like, that's inefficient. I'm gonna make that better. Like that's where my creativity comes in. Like creativity in making things more efficient or making things more streamlined. You know, like that's what's a lot easier for me to do. Creatively, like coming up with new things from scratch is a lot more difficult. You're also pretty good at interpreting the creative output of others. Yeah, so like if there is already a thing there, like my natural talents are I see that and I'm able to take it apart and like put it back together. Which is why like I love teaching things, concepts. Yeah. Like that's what kind of I really enjoy that kind of stuff because it comes to me naturally, right? But if you're like, Shinri, write a song, I'm like, like I don't know how to write a song from scratch, you know? Like that's like the creativity like thing, you know? When it comes to like creatively coming up with solutions, sure, I can do that. Creatively coming up with a poem, I cannot. Your random story ideas are creative. They're not though. They're just really awkward scenarios that happened IRL to me that I've taken and just adapted into a random story. So like that one story about how I met an old friend who was like, hey Shinri, long time no see. It's funny meeting you here at the grocery store. By the way, are you interested in buying knives? Because I'm part of this company that's selling these import knives. Like no, like the MLM thing, like that's an actual story. Like I met an old friend, or I guess acquaintance, old, you know, classmate a while back at a grocery store who literally did that, and I was like, that would be a fun story to talk about, you know? But like, you know, that's the kind of like that's the kind of creativity I have. It's just I take a thing that's already there and I just make it like better, streamlined, efficient, whatever the word is, you know? But you know, I know which MLM is the one that got me for 2 months. Oh no. make headcanons of HoloStars lore. Our lore is that we are perpetually broke and we're doing menial tasks because killing monsters does not pay very well. Which is kind of a little bit sad. Memory, thank you for the 15 months. My dude, literally no one can come with something for pure nothing. You are creative. Ah, man, I want to make a song. Like I want to make original songs because like Haka has an original song, Bettel has an original song. Does Flayon have an original song? If he doesn't, he's probably cooking one up right now. You know, I'm like I should catch up with that. But then the pressure of like, well, the other boys have original songs, so I should get an original song too. Like the pressure like shuts my brain down and I can't be like creative and I can't come up with a song. And I'm like, Flayon is an original song. Was that one song that I hear on TikTok? It's like, I'm so mother heckin' tired all the time. Monday, tired. Tuesday, tired. Like that, like that's all that plays in my mind, you know? Or the bread one. Like, all I wanted was a bit of bread. Like, you know, like it's just that kind of stuff. Like that's it, you know? Well, that other one song, the D&D one, what was it? With the bard, who's like, oh, like you're walking down and you see this hooded figure walking down in front of you. What do you do? And the guy's like, I rolled a 1, I rolled a 1. Yeah, perception check, that's the one, right? Perception check. I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. They ain't to harm us, and they got to go. Yeah, like that one. Tom Cardy, there we go. Tom Cardy, that's the one. Yeah, he's the one. I've had that cat's vicious mockery. Nat 20, let's go. You're sure, motherfucker, nobody likes you. Sure. Was it? When you were born, everybody thought you were just a head, but then the doctor said, hey, wait, this little baby's got an itty bitty little tiny little body and I hate it. Or something like that. I don't know. I like it, it's catchy, but like that's the kind of songs that like are in my head, you know, like loot that body, loot that body. Vicious mockery, too strong. Oh man. I need to practice though. But like, is there a class? Is there like a book I can read? Because that's like that's basically all my stuff is like I read. Okay. This is a habit that I developed a long time ago by living on the internet, where like if you see a new community, you don't like open up with your first interaction with the community by being like, hey guys, I'm new. You don't do that. Instead, what you do is you just chill and you browse around the community and you see it and you're like, oh, I wonder what the vibes of this community are. I wonder how they talk. I wonder the kind of stuff they talk about. Like, if I have any questions, let me see if the questions have, you know, been answered previously. You know, like there's a reason why the search option is a thing. Please stop asking the same question. Just search for it because most likely it has been already answered many, many times, right? So like that's the kind of internet that I grew up with, right? So whenever I want to pick up a new talent, I don't go around just like asking, hey, right? I just go and search. Like, hey, how is there like a book about this talent I can learn? Is there like a community about this talent that I can like get into, you know? Search for answers before asking. Yeah, exactly. I've been this way with the kois. Let's go. Lurking is good, but sometimes you need to ask because unwritten rules that people assume everyone knows. That's fair. Like if there are unwritten rules that are like obviously going to be like, yeah, you probably wouldn't have known that. Most people would be understanding, you know? Like in a VTuber stream, like don't like it, the question is like, is it a faux pas to ask a VTuber to like reveal their face? Like most people would say don't do that, right? But if you're first time ever seeing a content creator like that, you probably wouldn't have ever considered that, right? Like that thought would be like, Is it okay to ever ask this question? Like, that would never come across your mind. So, like, it's okay to ask those questions, you know? Sin, thank you so much for joining the collective. Okwedi. Discord search got nerfed on mobile. It's like those answering questions too. Yeah. Gives me a way to get to know new kois. Let's go. Some of the search bars are really bad though. Like Reddit. Yeah, I said that. Reddit, your search tool is really bad. Make it better. It's terrible. I want there to be like a date, right? The sort on Reddit is so bad. You know, you get the questions, right? Like you search for cabbages, right? And then the only way you can sort the search results is best top of all time, top of the year, top of the month. And it's like, I need a specific answer in this time period. Let me specify it. Hello, Octavio. Thank you for the raid. Hello, Atapasi. The reason why I hesitated for a moment there is because I had to be very careful when I say Octopossy, because the internet has ruined me. So I have to say it carefully. And I have to take a moment to be like, no, not that one. Alright, should we say it slowly? So if you want to know why I hesitated, that's why. But hey, good to see you. Hello, Octavio. Hello, puppets. Axel doesn't hesitate at all. That's why we're different. That's what I meant by rubbing our eyes after killing up the bird. Axel's bad though. Axel is, yeah. Axel will say things that I don't need to say because he'll say it for us. Konnichiwa, everybody. It's a random guerrilla stream. We're not really talking about anything in particular, just kind of all over the place. Hoshi, hello. Thank you for joining the collective. Okwedi, okwedi. Loud, intrusive thoughts everyone needs in their life. Like the initial thought that pops up into your head, and you're like, no, what? It's that exact reaction. Just, no. Down. This has been an awesome Zatsudan so far. Yeah. Any trading card game tangents in your life? Not really. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but that was like a long time ago. And then they started writing paragraphs on the card, so I stopped playing. Also, I just got busy. But yeah. Easy Katsu, thank you so much for the 14 months. Shinri, congrats on your upcoming 3D. Can't wait for the debut this Sunday. I can't either. I am nervous about it. Each time it comes up. But thank you, Okoidi, Okoidi. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a dumpster fire. I've not played, so I don't know. Do you know what I want to play though? Do you know what I miss? I used to play so much Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color. I used to play it so much. Like, there was something about it that was just, oh my god, I loved it so much. Ooh, just, I don't know, like, it was my first time opening like booster packs in a game, you know? It's on Switch. I want to get back into it, but I remember the grind early game, you know? You must really want the new app to come out. Wait, there's a new app coming out? As much as I want the app, I know if there is an app and it's got like a mobile game, it's just going to be gotcha. It's just going to be cash grab. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I will withhold any judgment of the game itself, but as it comes to mobile games, I don't know. Trading card games are the original gachas. True, but here's the thing. In Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color, you could just keep fighting the same opponent over and over again. And you would get booster packs from them over and over again. There was no way to spend money. There was no like, oh, here's a limited time banner for this booster pack where if you buy 10 packs of 10 cards each for $10 per roll, you may have a chance at getting this fancy card that's gonna establish and dominate the meta. You know, like you could, if you wanted like fire energies and fire Pokemon, you just went to the fire gym and you beat fire opponents. You know, that's all you had to do, right? So like there was a way to get everything you wanted by just simply playing the game, right? Nowadays, it's like, pay money, $10 for a single roll, $100 for 10 rolls, and you might get a 5-star or something like that, you know? And it's like, too much gacha mobile, it sucks. I can't handle it. I don't know how anyone handles it, you know? There's so many. I'm aggressively free to play, it's pain. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless you can't trade cards in a trading card game. It's in the word. It's in the word is in the name. Trading card game. I had a friend who tried to get me. He was like, "Hey Shinri, you should play Magic the Gathering Arena," and I was like, "Do I want to?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, you can buy cards up, but you're buying digital cards. Why would I spend the same amount of money for digital cards on a game where the servers might go down at some point, you know? Like I've lived through enough like online service games that have closed that I'm so wary now. You know? Like I'm so sad that like Dragalia Lost closed, and I'm like, I invested so much time into Dragalia Lost as a free-to-play player. Like, I saved up for so many of the summer events, right? And it's like, if I had spent money on Dragalia Lost, and I saw that announcement that the servers are closing, like, that would have devastated me. You know? Pre-Connect, right? Yeah, Princess Connect too. And it's like, because a single banner, like people can easily spend $100, $200 on a single banner, right? They're like, I really want that 5-star character, or like, I really want that new meta character, right? And they spend all that money, and then just, you know, a year later, the server shut down, and then you have nothing to show for it, right? Like, that's why I can't really justify myself spending money on gacha games, because it just doesn't like, it doesn't feel like, you know? What about the Love Live game that announced the English release and the end of service in the same tweet? Right, oh my god, like, hey, we now have the English release. Also, by the way, in 4 months it's going away. And everyone's like, why would you do that? At least separate them out. At least make 2 different tweets. Like, you type that up. And you, oh my god. San, thank you for the super. Can't wait for the 3D debut. So excited. Our friend Chadmon. Cinema in your chat. Oh, is also graduating tomorrow. Let's go. Would really appreciate if you gave her a shout out as a small graduation kid. Congratulations, Chadmon. Congratulations. I hope you, it's been a while since I've like gone through graduation, so like I don't know. I hope you have a great life after graduating from school institution here. I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at this. It's difficult for me to say things on the spot like that. Congratulations. Congratulations. I hope the future holds many more exciting things for you. Yeah. Congrats, Adaman. I also feel like that's why I let the cards speak for me. Right? You get those Hallmark cards because you say they just say something nice like congrats. Yeah. May you get a job that pays all your bills. There we go. May you get a job that pays all your bills. And then more. Chat. It is 11:21 p.m. here. I do have to go soon. New business idea, Hallmark, gotcha. You just give them an envelope, and it's like, the envelope could say condolences, or happy birthday, or I'm sorry, like, your husband left you. Like, who knows? It's a mystery card. You can get any kind of a card in there. Apple Mint, hello. Thank you for the 8 months. Congrats on your impending 3D. I hope you enjoy living in a new dimension. I am so bad at congrats messages. Me too. Same. Thank you so much for the membership. No, I'm bad too. I'm really bad at that. Especially like if it's on the spot. I'm 4:20 a.m. Oh my god, please do get some sleep. I am at the age where I can no longer do all-nighters. Or like I can try them, but then like the entire rest of the next day is debilitated for me. Like I have such a massive headache that I can't, like, oh god. I remember pulling all-nighters, like pulling carrots? I don't know what you pulled. But like it wasn't bitches, so it's not that. I pulled all-nighters like I pulled carrots from the ground. And I used to do that easily when I was younger. But not anymore. I can't do that. Blank, thank you. Thank you for the surprise, Zatsu. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I pull carrots because I can't pull any bitches. It's that Megamind meme with like the comically enlarged face head where they're like, no bitches, you are maidenless, no maidens, right? No wait, no, that's from Elden Ring. That's not from Megamind. Elden Ring is the maidenless one, right? Yeah. It's clearly late for you. Yeah, I gotta get some rest. This is supposed to just be like a short guerilla zatsu anyway. Thank you all for stopping by, chat. Thank you. I'll see you this weekend. I might be able to finish some more work early tomorrow. But if I get the chance to, I'll probably do like another guerrilla. And yeah, Gimster, thank you for the super. Random info I found out about EVE Online finally had a player that explored literally everything. The guy has over 40,000 screenshots from all the planets he... Whoa, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't realize EVE Online had 40,000 objects to even see. That's pretty cool. Nice. Good for them. Good for them. Alright, chat. I have to get some rest. I gotta go prepare for tomorrow. Alright, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Koyasumi. Wait, hold up. I was gonna do that Radio Ronin thing, right? It'd be like, and that's all for this episode of Zatsudan with me, your host, Josuigi Shinri. Hope you all get some good dreams and good eeps and plenty of fiber and stay hydrated. Drink some water. Yeah. Thank you for the super. This stream is over. Zatsudan will like Zatsugan. No wait, that's like Zatsu more like Zatsudan. Yeah. Ooh. First you were vegan, now you are vegan. Vegan. Okay, I'm gonna send you over to I guess I'll send you over to Uyu Senpai. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's another shorts video. Okay, I'll send you over to Uyu Senpai, chat. Have a wonderful time over at Uyu Senpai stream. This is your Radio Ronin Josuigi Shinri signing off. That kind of sounds really cool, but like, I want it to be like another tagline there, you know? Like, Radio Ronin, the the hosts, the radio hosts with the ghosts, Josuiti Shinri, signing off. Or I don't know. We'll keep workshopping that. Bye bye everyone.